Testing, testing, one, two. Testing. All right, here we go. And welcome to In the Paint live stream show here on YouTube. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm your host slash moderator. I invited some people to come on with me tonight, and let's see what's happening. Okay, let's see what's happening. First thing on the docket tonight we're going to be talking about is Colin Kaepernick being passed over yet again, this time by the Washington Redskins, who were in a dire need of a quarterback. And of course, they chose not to even bring in Colin Kaepernick for an interview. Instead, they went for a guy that hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL in 7 years. Last time he threw a pass was like in 2001. I'm talking about the great Josh Johnson, bench warmer, practice roster player, that type of ilk. And he got signed by Washington Redskins after not even throwing a pass in the NFL for 7 years. I got to tell you, folks, this is disgusting. He is being colluded against, obviously, and I'm not feeling it at all. I'm totally not feeling this at all. I hope he wins his case. It's just what it's become is just purely disgusting. Oh, somebody said the link isn't working. Okay, let me try this. Bear with me for a second, folks, please. Let me see if I could, I don't know why this link isn't working, but let's give this a shot. So just bear with me. And I usually experience this quite frequently on the YouTube live. So just bear with me. I'm gonna try to add some people because I know one guy wants to come in definitely, and of course my co-host should be here shortly as well. That's Max611. So just bear with me, folks, and I'll make sure I send this stuff out. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. We'll get back to talking about Colin Kaepernick very shortly. Just bear with me. Let's see. Just hold on for a second, folks. I'm going to send this out right now. Thank you again for tuning in. And I sent it, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see. Get rid of this. All right. So it's still on the line here, and hopefully we got some people coming on. But again, let me go back to Colin Kaepernick. This is a league that has its panties in a bunch over a man that took a knee. Now, compare that to what you've seen lately in the NFL, as far as you have domestic abusers seemingly getting chance after chance after chance. You have attempted murderers. You have murderers in that league. And they seemingly get chances. You know what I'm saying? And compared to a guy that took a knee for equality as it relates to African Americans and people of color. You understand what I'm saying? So it makes no sense why this is going on. But then again, it does because, majority, well, I'll say all the owners of the NFL franchises are white and they are part of the good old boy network. Yeah, I see somebody's here. Hello?
Hello?
Yep.
Hello, who this?
Who this? Who this?
Yo, dude, you got to stop sending that link out so early.
Why? What happened?
Because every time you send the link out early, it doesn't work, and then you have to send the link out again.
Oh, wow. So I guess I got to send it like at 9:30 then, huh?
Well, no, you got to start your call, then send the link. So you want to start your call about 5 minutes early and then send the link out.
Okay. All right. My bad.
That's okay.
After you put me on blast just now, but it's okay. How you doing tonight, Chandler?
I'm all right. Oh, wow. I thought it was just me and you on the call. I didn't mean to do that to you.
No, it's all good. It's all No, it is just you and me right now. I'm waiting for Max611 and others to show up. I just sent out the link again. So we'll see what happens. I'm not getting any other complaints so far yet. I was just discussing. You still there? Or you muted yourself?
Yeah, I'm here. Go
ahead. Okay, we got Mac 611 on the call here as well. How you doing, Mac?
I'm good. I'm
All
good. You
right,
got
man.
Chandler right?
Huh?
You have Chandler right?
Yes, he is. He's here as well. Guys, I was discussing first thing on the docket tonight. I was discussing the whole situation with the Washington Redskins, which is thoroughly disgusting, and they're passing over Colin Kaepernick to even failing to even bring him in for a workout in favor of a guy that hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL since 2011, 7 years. That being Mr. Josh Johnson. I got to tell you, I'm sick of it. This is becoming just ridiculous, and we're going to see cases like this over and over again. One of my issues is the coaches and their reasoning. Their poor excuses for not even considering bringing Colin aboard. You understand? And it's usually, oh, he doesn't fit the system. It's going to take him time to learn it. And as Chandler would say, bibbidi boppity boo, all that nonsense. You know what I mean? And it's just annoying. Yeah, I don't understand that either. But okay, let me just let me get your take on it, guys.
It's standard. It's SOP right now, man. And the thing is, and I hate doing this because I can't stand Jay Gruden or most of those coaches. But the reality is, the coach is being sent out there to parrot the party line. When for all we know, the coach might want him, but it's ownership that's dictating this.
Right.
This is coming out from ownership. Now the coach is the one who has to stand out there and try to come up with some BS to justify it. And whatever BS they spew out for whatever reason, there's a majority of football fans. Listen, these coaches could come out and their player, he could come out there with a knife and a severed head and say, well, no, we didn't really do that. What happened was, and there's a portion of the fan base who be like, well, the coach said that, so it must be true. Dude, you just watched them cut the head off.
Right.
So, but this is what the NFL is doing, man. And again, it goes back to, I say all the time, all of these players who have so much to say about certain things, but never have anything to say about the things that matter.
Right.
And this is another example of that. The Josh Normans and all of those people, you had so much to say about Eric Reed, but when it's obvious that Colin Kaepernick's being blackballed, you ain't got nothing to say. So this is what we got with these cowardly football players and their fake brotherhood.
Right. Mac, what do you got to say about this, man? Mac 611. All right. Did he look? Oh, Mac.
Did he mute that iPhone ain't working? That crappy iPhone.
I don't have an iPhone. I got an LG. You hear me now?
Yes. No, I hear you. Exactly.
Okay. My bad. I didn't turn my mic on.
Okay.
And I'm a throat punch the guy in Rochester when I find him. Brooklyn style.
What's your take on this, brother?
Well, what Chandler said is true. We had a discussion in the Facebook group where guys immediately say, well, Colin Kaepernick wasn't that good to begin with his last couple of years. Right. He was gonna be a backup anyway. Blah blah blah. He ain't playing 2 years. But I'm looking at who they signed. Colt McCoy hasn't played. He played up until 2015, and he sat out for 2 years. Right. He got picked up in 2017. Right. What's the other quarterback's name? Josh
Johnson.
Josh Johnson. Another one. He been on the couch
7 years.
For a minute.
7 years. 2011. He hasn't thrown a pass since that time.
Right. And he hasn't been on a team in how long?
Probably 2011. I mean, that's not true.
I'm looking him. I'm looking at
last time he was on the Giants, I think, as a backup. I think.
No, they had him work out. They didn't sign him.
Oh wow.
He hasn't played since 2014. Jeez. So he gets signed, and prior to that, being signed 2014, he played in 3 games in 2012
Mhm.
and 2 games in 2013.
Hmm.
In 2014, he was on a roster.
Right.
Um, so he ain't playing 3 years either.
Okay.
What's your point? Um, we watch Michael Vick go to jail and miss out what 2.5 years.
Right.
He came back. He was an all-star again, right? So stop it.
Good point. Very good. No, very good point. You know what's funny? When I saw that post, I immediately responded, especially with
Right.
the stats of his last year. The guy had like a 59.2 completion percentage, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Right.
I mean, that sounds like he could play.
Right. And bear in mind, let's bring in the context.
Right.
He was playing on a crappy team with
Mm-hmm.
crappy receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So again, stop. When San Francisco was winning, there was no discussion about his limitations as a quarterback and what he could do and what he couldn't do.
Exactly.
Which is all, everything that about him is true. He's not a prototypical drop back passer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a one. He has the formation has the pocket has to move for him, and he has to roll out, and he has to make one read and then make a pass or run. But
Right.
he's also good at also like I seen some video recently where they showed he was
Mm.
running plays that Washington runs,
Okay. Right.
and and be he's a top 10, top 15 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Let's cut the BS. He's not great, but he's good, and he's good at certain things. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody who says, "Well, he was falling off," stop the BS. He could play in the NFL. He can
Right.
he can be he can be a good quarterback, and y'all all full of shit. And
Mhm.
and like Chandler said, I don't like Jay Gruden either. Fuck him to hell
Oh,
forever.
damn. Jesus. Well, you had a good.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead, man.
no, go ahead,
No, I'm
bro.
saying you had a very good point that some of the plays that Jay Gruden and the Redskins run. I mean, Kaepernick was familiar with that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right,
they basically, essentially, like you just said, were the same plays. So where's the confusion? How come a guy like that can't adjust when he's already familiar with that? These porous excuses by these coaches have been just ridiculous. You
right,
understand what I'm saying? And it makes no damn sense. And if people don't want to say that there's no collusion, if you say that in amidst of this, you understand what I'm saying? Something's got to be
right,
fucking wrong with you. Something's got to be fucking wrong with you to not
right,
see it because it's clear, blue, right there in front of your face. You understand what I'm
right.
saying? So I just don't get that whole thing. It's really
Also,
just stupid on every imaginable end. You
right.
know?
Also, he was injured some years, so his body is healed. So
Mhm.
he could probably come back and play.
Right.
Them saying that what Jay Gruden said, and
Mm.
it's what Chandler said. Comes from the ownership, and the GM told him to say something, and it sounded ridiculous to me. It's like, well,
Mm.
if we were in this part of the season, we could use him. But the guys you signed haven't played in forever. Mark Sanchez was on the couch. You
Right.
signed him, and
Yep.
he's the only one who has a decent resume because he's been to the playoffs and he's been
Right.
in the AFC Championship games. Not saying he's
Mm.
all that, but he's better than Colt McCoy and Josh
Mm.
Johnson. Those are two bums.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Jay Gruden, that statement, you could have said something else, man. Don't be. In fact, you shouldn't have said nothing about it. You should have ignore
Hmm.
the noise about Colin Kaepernick if you're not gonna sign him.
Right.
Because if it was me, I would have said, well, we didn't call him in,
Hmm.
and we went with these guys because we felt they were a better fit. Blah blah blah. You know,
Hmm.
not what you said. That was some. tomfoolery, ridiculous.
Exactly, man. Like I said, I'm just so, and I got to tell you guys, when this is not the end of it. We're gonna see more and more cases of these happening, and as the season
Mhm.
progresses on, and injuries happen as they typically do, you're gonna see this over and over.
Right.
Honestly, I don't believe that he will be coming back to play for a team. I think that
Mhm.
that's really about it for him in the NFL. That's obvious to me because look what's going on. It's obvious they don't even want him back. You understand? So he's like, whatever. A shame, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
You got to look at the fact that the Washington Redskins are willing to throw away
mhm.
a playoff appearance.
Right.
They're willing to forfeit a playoff appearance
Mhm.
rather than sign Colin
Mm.
Kaepernick.
Yeah,
Think
that's
about
that.
that for a minute.
Yeah,
Think
for
about
real.
the revenue. They're willing to forfeit the revenue
Mhm.
because remember, the players don't receive their paychecks for the playoffs.
Right.
They play for free. Okay.
Hmm.
So all of that money that the team makes on playoff games, the gate concessions, the all the merch, all of that stuff there,
Hmm.
that all goes to the team. They don't have to give any of that. They're not paying the players anything. They're not giving them no checks. All they're giving them is their per diem.
Hmm.
They're willing to forego that money,
Right.
right? Just to not sign Colin Kaepernick. If that
Ridiculous.
if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does.
Amen to that. Amen to that. That makes no damn sense, to you honestly. I'm just like, come on now. You know? hmm Well, you know what? I still want to stay in the lane of the NFL or something. This is something that kind of caught my attention for a brief second, and I want to know what you guys think of this. Former NFLer, running back Ricky Williams. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah.
I did earlier.
Okay, I hear like yeah, like I get a little feeling of disapproval from you, Chandler. What am I correct on that?
I ain't gonna say disapproval, but how many different football leagues do we need now? There's like now there's like three. How many is there now? You got the FFL, the AFL, the
The
XFL, the
XFL is
CFL.
coming back.
Yeah,
Right. Then you got that American what is it, American Alliance Football or some such
Still got the
nonsense?
Arena League.
Yeah,
mhm.
look, man, come on. It ain't that many ex-football players, man. Stop it with all these damn leagues, man.
Okay. I hear you, man.
and,
I mean,
and y'all, they
uh-huh.
can't knock the bully off the block.
Right.
This is like that big, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to do like the big three, but
Mhm.
that really doesn't work for football unless you're going to go 7-on-7.
Right.
Now, if you're going to get a bunch of guys that are kind of past their prime, can't get jobs, whatever, then go 7-on-7.
Mhm.
Okay, because in 7-on-7, those guys would still be good. But you can't
Right.
go 11-on-11 with some of these guys. Come on, man. And is Ricky Williams doing it too? Come on, Ricky. Come on, man. Listen, he's a nice guy. Ricky Williams is a nice guy. He's a,
Okay.
he's a good human being. Okay. I ain't trying to let him run nothing. Okay. I ain't putting him in charge of my big wheel. And I ain't had a big wheel in 40 years. All right.
Okay. You know what? I gotta agree with you guys. I mean, my thing is like another damn league. I mean, and like you said, he's a nice guy, and I'm sure it's with some great intent that he wanted to start this up. But however, it's just way too much. You know what I'm saying? It's way too much. And I'm just like, okay, Ricky, it's nice, noble, and everything like that. But I'm gonna take a pass on that because I nah. Mm-mm, you know?
And then you have the leagues that are smaller rural leagues to certain areas.
hmm
There's some pro leagues here in New York. You go down south. I'm sure there's some in the Midwest.
Right.
And you know, XFL. What is the USFL coming back too with Donald
Oh
Trump?
God. Oh please. hmm Yes, it's ridiculous, man. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. You can see me in the dark here. Give
I
me a
see you. Why you blinking?
Because I'm tired. That's why.
Okay.
Somebody had to help me out. It's been a minute since I did this. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's all good. So now it's not as dark as it was,
Oh,
so to speak. Huh?
I want to bring up something since we in the lane of the NFL, and it's probably gonna draw Chandler to cussing and throwing
Uh-oh.
his phone and
Oh boy.
breaking stuff.
This is gonna be interesting.
They want to talk about the relationship that New York Jets coach and their GM that is starting to fail,
Oh my God. Wait.
and that they're not getting along.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, well listen, man. You want to go ahead, Chandler? You want to go first?
Oh no, you go ahead. Cause where's this at? It got to be in the Post. Is it in the New York Post?
No, Daily News.
Wow.
The Daily News of all places. Okay.
Yeah, they said their relationship has eroded,
Well, you already know. Then you already know this is nothing new,
and that both their futures are in question.
as they should be, and as they should be. You understand? This is nothing new. You know, this is what the how many years they've been together? Like 4 years now.
4.
Okay, this is what losing will do. And not saying that they in the first year they were winning, and then the following seasons after that they were not doing so well, losing. You understand? Right. So this is not too surprising to me. After a certain period of time, yeah, they're gonna get on each other's nerves. The GM's gonna feel pressure, because did he pick Bowles? Am I correct?
No. Bowles got signed first. And the day after Bowles got signed, or shortly after, then they signed McCagnon.
Okay, all right. So that's interesting, because now you got the coach there before the GM, maybe a day or two after. You know what? You got to give McCagnon credit, because he tried to hang with Bowles and whatnot, and even though he didn't pick him. You understand? So now it figures that this has been festering, obviously. You understand? And McCagnon's like, I can't really stand this guy for whatever reason. At least I'm getting the job done. I ain't even picked this motherfucker. But he was trying to be patient. I give respect to that. Very little respect to that. And now probably Bowles feels the same way. Like, I was here first, or whatever the case may have been. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm sure, but the whole losing played a big part in this. It did. The frustrating, being frustrated that the results aren't coming out the way that you had planned. Yeah, so it would figure that they'd be backbiting each other.
Well, you know what? First of all, I'm not giving McCagnon credit for nothing, because, like I said, the best player he's drafted has been Leonard Williams. And don't give me Jamal Adams, because I'm gonna keep saying this. Jamal Adams, 1, needs to shut the hell up. 2, stop telling people you're a leader, because if you're an actual leader, you don't have to tell anybody. And 3, shut up and stop having dumb penalties, but tell me you're a winning player. So the best player he's drafted is Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams might have 3 sacks this year. You allowed the head coach to character assassinate Muhammad Wilkerson. How's that working out for you? You got rid of Muhammad Wilkerson. You got rid of every player that Rex Ryan brought to that team. You did make Nick Mango dirty the way you cut him. You did him dirty. Right. He did guys dirty. McCagnon, and by the way, this report to Meta, this is coming from McCagnon. Yeah. Because they use Meta is first of all, he's a piece of crap.
Right.
Yeah, he's a garbage writer.
The organization uses him to do hit pieces on people. When they're tired of a player, when they're tired of a coach, they use him, because the stuff in that article could have only come from McCagnon or McCagnon's assistant, secretary, whoever. So trust me, this is McCagnon trying to save his job, because he's done a poor job of drafting. He's done a poor job of signing. He's been there 4 years, man. Right. 4 years, and the best wide receiver you could come up with was Quincy Enunwa. That's the best wide receiver you could come up with. You gave Robbie Anderson money. Robbie Anderson. Oh, by the way, Darren Lee just got suspended for 4 games. Another got suspended. Another Jet suspended. Okay.
Right.
Come on, man. You can't draft. You can't sign. You know, you went there, you brought Isaiah Crowell in there. How's that working out for you with Isaiah Crowell wiping his behind with the ball and all this other nonsense? Come on, man. This is McCagnon. McCagnon is like, we look, somebody got, we might both be going, so I'm gonna try to save my job. And I confess you did it. That's all this is. This is I confess you did it.
Right.
McCagnon trying to save his job.
Yep.
And they both need to go. And then the ownership needs to have a traditional hierarchy and chain of command. You can't have the coach and the GM both reporting to you on parallel lines. You know what I'm saying? Like they're both equal. They're not equal.
No.
Okay, the general manager is supposed to be the coach's boss, not his equal.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to work. But instead, they have a setup where they both report to the owner. So that means that if the general manager doesn't like what the coach is doing, he has no control. It's typical Jets, man. But yeah, this is all coming from McCagnon. They both need to go.
Right.
Can I jump in, or
No, please go right ahead, sir.
what well said, Chandler. McCagnon is gonna save his job because he's the GM. All he has to do is say, well, look at the record. I just gave you Tremaine Johnson. I just gave you Isaiah Crowell. You got a new OC and it's still the same result. So, and you still have that dumb look that Todd Bowles has every week when they lose. And Todd Bowles is going to get fired. McCagnon might be able to survive another year or two. The Jets going to have $100 million. I don't think anybody wants to come to the Jets.
Would you?
Oh no. I stay away from that. I like, I'm trying to stay alive, keep my cholesterol and my blood pressure at an even keel. I don't want to drink.
Right.
I'm trying to stay away from hard drugs, because weed won't help me with the Jets.
No.
That'll numb the pain, but it won't take it away.
Brother, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
And their roster is still full of holes. They spent money last year, still full of holes. Signing Johnson, the cornerback. He was an okay cornerback on a really good team, the Rams.
Right.
He's not a lockdown dude. You got lucky with Claiborne. Not so much this year. He's not a lock. He's not a number one cornerback. He's a number two cornerback. And then the guys you signed, the offensive line is a mess. Leonard Williams is meh. Your linebacking core is nondescript.
Yeah. Well, do you think here we go again? And I just said this in the other chat room. It's the same in the universal operation manual with these guys.
Right.
Sign the big name, even though he could be a big name. Then again, maybe not really a big name, but he's heard of. You understand? And bring him to New York. Oh, and give the fans hope and whatnot. Right. Not realizing that these guys aren't as good as they seem. You understand? You gave a case of Morris Claiborne. You gave a case of Tremaine Johnson. You understand? That those two right there. You understand? Both not being your number one lockdown guys at the corners. You understand? So, but when fans see that, their eyes get like 3 times the size that they normally are. And they see the name that they may recognize. Oh, he's coming in. Oh, we're going to have a good season. Oh, you're going to see changes. This and that.
Right.
Well, you see the result.
Right. And what's McCagnon's supposed to be his strength? Scouting.
Scouting
talent. The Jets got a bunch of guys who can play, but those guys really are role players, best served on being on a good team, playing a role, like the wide receiver Curse.
Right.
He's a he's an okay receiver, but he played in Seattle. I'd look good in Seattle too. if I'm playing on a winning team, right? All I got to do is come over. Yo, oh man, I play for Seattle, man. We won the Super Bowl. I need to sign me.
This is true. This is true, brother. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
And no disrespect to him, because I actually like Curse as a player, but he's not a slot receiver,
Right.
and they have him playing as their number one or number two receiver. He's a slot guy. He's good at what he did in Seattle, and he was good last year. He's dinged up this year, and then they just a mess, man. God.
Right. True. We're gonna still stay in the lane in the NFL. Let's get Mac, you brought something up, man, about the Giants. You wanted to know,
Right.
With their season seemingly over, should they rest their starters and get the reserves in there and just see what else is out there that's on their roster?
Yes.
Oh, brother Hollip, how you doing?
Hey, Hollip, bring it home.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. Why not?
Right.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, why not test out and see some of these people in actual game situations?
Right. Yeah, see if you have any hidden jewels or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't even realize that was on the sidelines. You know, that maybe they could develop.
That's a no-brainer to me.
I feel you, man. I feel you, you know?
Right. Because, Hollip, you was excited last week watching the game. I wasn't, not that I watched it, but, I'm like, yeah, why I need to win this game?
Right.
Just keep losing so you can get another. They should be in the top 5 in the draft, but if they keep winning, they might fall to like 8. I would rather them be in the number 5, number 4 spot where they can get a better player, because they still have holes on their team. And
obviously,
like you said, see what's on your roster that you can move up next year. If it wasn't for one of their people in their defensive backfield getting hurt, they have a couple of injuries. I was reading an article. The kid whose mom is having a liver surgery or a heart surgery. It was a big story on him, like early in the season. He's getting playing time and he's succeeding. He's playing well.
Okay.
He's only 22 years old, and that's what you need to find out. You need to find out if some of those young guys can play. Cut Eli at the end of the year. Draft a quarterback. Sign a solid veteran, to place hold just in case, and bring the rookie along slowly. Eli gotta go.
Oh, that's obvious. You know what I'm saying? That's obvious.
The problem with all of that is they keep signing like Pat Shermer. He's coaching like he's trying to save his job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to win. Because why? Because he doesn't really have the cachet to go to ownership and say, listen, I'm benching Eli. I'm going to start this dude Loletta. You need to see what we got. Or, you know what? Eli's going to play the rest of the season because this guy Loletta you gave me is trash. And, because listen, the kid Loletta, obviously Sherman does not want to play him. He's made that clear.
Right.
So you have to stick with Eli. But it's a mess for them right now because the ownership is so concerned with the public backlash about Eli. Because you got to remember, you still have all these ex-Giants that are in their Hall of Fame, the Ring of Honor, whatever they call it, who every week are taking shots at people and trying to defend Eli and this and that.
Right.
And the Giants ownership is extremely sensitive to that. So that's why I told you at the beginning of the year, I thought Eli would play all 16 games so ownership could justify getting rid of him. And now if the Giants doing a couple of extra games, listen, they've already started trying to trash Dwayne Haskins because they've already started because every time a young black quarterback comes out, they start early with tearing him down. Okay, because Dwayne Haskins is the best quarterback that'll come out in this draft. But you're going to hear about him. You're going to hear about Drew Lock from Missouri, Drew Lock from Missouri. Okay, I'm sorry. What has Missouri done ever?
Nothing.
But you're going to hear about
Mid-major.
him. You're going to hear about the kid from Washington. You're
Kid
going to
from
hear about
Penn
everybody
State.
but Dwayne Haskins. Okay, because they're already starting to trash him. So Dwayne Haskins probably won't go until 6 or 7 anyway. So if the Giants are in the top 6, that's the quarterback they need to draft anyway.
Right.
But I don't know what it is with some of these coaches. They come to New York and they totally abandon who they are as people. And they get
And how
caught
they
up.
coach.
Exactly. Because this is what Pat Shermer's doing. This is not the guy that was in Minnesota. The way he's called, and type of offense. This is not that guy, and I don't understand him.
Right.
Well, you said it earlier, Chandler. They want to placate Eli Manning and soothe his ego. Me personally, yo, bruh, it's not working out. Also, Pat Shermer's offense, and we've talked about this. He likes to move the pocket around. He likes his quarterback to move a little. That's something Eli can't do. He never did. He's not good at moving around in the pocket, and that's what Pat Shermer likes to do. He can't run his offense with Eli. So Eli's got to go. And listen, the Giants, the way the Giants ended Phil Simms' career, I'm a Giant fan, I'm a Jet fan. If a guy's past his prime, you gotta let him go. You got guys like Amani Tuma talking about Odell Beckham is good, but he could be better. How much better can he be, bro? What are you smoking again?
Yeah.
Did I have to call that chick that broke your heart? Because we talked about that. Remember that? Do I have to go back to the archives on him? Dude, it's not Odell. It's none of the skill position.
Right.
It's none of their fault. It's Eli and the offensive line. They both the offensive line was a mess. It's gotten better over the past couple of games because they signed somebody and they moved, they shuffled the deck. But Eli is done, man. And I have no problem with them. Hey, listen, we gotta cut you because you making $20 million a year, but you're not worth $20 million.
Nah. Well, just like Chandler said, the plan was correct because remember last year they tried that, and the you see the fallout. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, "Oh my God, management! How could you bench you?" Blah 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 blah. It was so much uproar about it that they brought him back to play. I think the following week. You understand?
How come the great quarterback is always the person that we gotta spare their feelings when they get old and it's time to send them to the pasture? You cut a running back, you cut a center, you cut a defensive lineman, you cut those people when they get old. Whether they've been great or whether they haven't been great.
Right.
Well, in his defense, he is white.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I forgot. He got the complexion for the protection.
I totally forgot about that shit too. Damn. My bad. I did forget about that. The complexion for the protection. That's right. Totally forgot about. I missed that completely. Wow, man. I tell you, man, their plan worked. It worked because you're seeing Eli now. He's struggling, and that's why you gotta have these conversations of, damn, yeah, he needs to go. This needs to be his last year. I mean, it's coming from damn near every corner where Giant fans are. You understand what I'm saying? So their plan worked. They tried it last year, wasn't successful. This year, it was on point. It's on point. So definitely you're gonna see another quarterback next year. I don't know who it's gonna be, but you'll see a new quarterback playing in the MetLife with the Giants uniform on. Make no mistake. So with that being said, we're gonna do a little moving on. We're gonna Mac, I'm gonna let you take this one. I'm gonna take the lead on this one. I'm just gonna respond in kind. but I understand has the winter meetings in baseball taken place yet?
No, they're about to start
They're
really
about to
soon.
start. Okay. But I understand there's a few transactions that was made. I'm just damn. Let me just say this. I don't even know if I should be pissed or just like, well, it's business as usual. The fucking St. Louis Cardinals, man, with this Eric Goldschmidt trade. This team is always in it. They're always in it. You know what I'm saying? You can never count this team out. You know, farming system is great. They make these great transactions. Do you guys like this deal with for Eric Goldschmidt being in St. Louis?
That's a good trade for them. He's still a good player. He's only 30 years old. He's gonna hit 30 home runs, driving 100 RBIs, and he's just solid. Like you said, St. Louis always has a good pitching staff.
Right.
That's one of their trademarks. And they always just have solid players all through their lineups.
Right.
Throughout the years. I can't recall a time when, St. Louis will be good for part of a decade and then they might have 2 or 3 years where they're mediocre. And then they make a few moves and they right back, like you said, in the thick of it.
Right.
Smart run organization.
Very.
They always have pitching. And I know Chandler has something to say about the trade.
Well, the Goldschmidt trade is great for them. I mean, he's another in the long line of the tradition of the great St. Louis first baseman.
Yep.
He's a run machine. He's very good defensively, a Gold Glove defensively. So you can go to George Hendrick, you can go to Keith Hernandez. You know, Pujols when he played there was a very good defensive first baseman while he was in St. Louis.
Right.
And the thing is, they got Goldschmidt. He's 31, but he's easily got three good to great years left in him.
Right.
And they got him on the last year of that deal, which was a team-friendly deal. So now, even if he gets a raise from that, it's still not going to be what he would have gotten if he was, say, 3 years younger. Okay? Right. So now you can sign him for another 3-year deal. Give him 80, 90, 100 million. It doesn't really matter. It's only 3 more years. You get the last 3 years of his prime, and you can move on. And the best guy they gave up was a right-handed pitcher who projects to be, at best, the number 2. That's all they really gave up.
Right.
You know, so listen, win for St. Louis as usual.
Exactly. Exactly. What about the other big move? I don't think this guy was worth that money, but I get it. Patrick Corbin going to the Washington Nationals, signing for 6 years, $140 million.
Washington got 3 pitches, making almost all of them got over $150 million contracts. They paying 3 pitchers almost $400 million or close to $400 million. Patrick Corbin is a good pitcher. He's not a star. He's not a number 1. He's not an ace. Y'all gave him ace money.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be an ace.
Well, no.
True.
And the other thing is, when Strasburg leaves after the season, okay, you now can slot him in at number 2. And here's what people keep forgetting when they look at the Washington contracts. They defer a lot of money.
Okay.
A lot of money is deferred.
Okay.
So they'll give a guy 6 years, $160 million because half the damn contract is deferred. Like, for the next 30 years, Patrick Corbin is going to be getting money from the Washington Nationals. Like Bobby Bonilla is still getting money from the Mets.
Word.
Okay. Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid by the Mets. So Patrick Corbin in 20 years will still be getting paid by the Nationals. So they don't care. That top of that rotation now is Scherzer, Corbin, and Strasburg. Strasburg's going to miss 10 to 15 games. Okay. He's going to miss 10 to 15 games.
That's a given.
You still have the other pitchers. Listen, I like the move for Washington simply because they have to stay relevant. You got to remember that in that market they're in, people forget about the Nationals in the National League East. I mean, outside of, diehard baseball fans, nobody talking about the damn Nationals. but they talking about the Phillies. They talking about the Braves. You know, so they have to make a splash to stay relevant. Because those fans, listen, those fans go back to the Orioles or they'll go do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Not for real.
So I don't really blame them for giving him the money. I don't mind the money. You know, obviously the Yankees didn't think it was worth it. I didn't think he should get more than 100 million, but hey, you know what? Do you?
I heard that. Now,
money talks.
You made a point about the Nationals, you know, with their fans and stuff like that, their fan base. My thing is this: it's their play. It's something about this team that's just not clicking. You understand? They're just not getting shit done. You understand, in a way that they should get shit done, as far as like moving on into the playoffs and going further. You know what I'm saying? So that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if it's the managing. I don't know if it's the front office.
It's front office.
Okay.
There's been dysfunction between the front office and the manager going back to Davey Johnson.
Right.
Yeah.
And Rizzo has been the general manager the whole time. That's why, if you notice, managers don't last more than 2 years there.
Yep.
Okay.
Davey Johnson, 2 years.
Right.
What's his face? They used to play third base for the Giants, 2 years. Dusty Baker, 2 years.
Yeah.
Listen, Dave Martinez, they were talking about firing Dave Martinez halfway through the season. You know, they started leaking out stuff about him. So Dave Martinez, I'll give him another year. And then they'll get rid of him. But the problem is the general manager. This guy traded a player because he thought the player said something to a media person that they didn't like. So he traded him. When you have that type of atmosphere on a team, that team is never going to be successful. All you got to do is look at the New York Knicks. The dysfunction up top has caused the Knicks problems for years. The dysfunction in the management with the Washington Nationals has really hurt the talent. And listen, they've had some talented teams. They have had very talented teams. But when players know that the coach ain't long, how much are you going to invest in him?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. On paper, Washington always at the beginning of the season looks good. They got two stud starters. They got good bats all through their lineup and have for the past 7 years. Bryce Harper is a mega star, and y'all still suck.
Yeah, that's one
mediocre
thing
last year.
That's one thing that just confuses the fuck out of me, to be perfectly honest. Because you look at this team and you see the talent, and you're like, "Wow, what's going on?" You know what I'm saying? You're like, "Okay, this is their year," but nah, it's something. It's always something. It's always something. It's a monumental collapse. I'm like, "Damn, what the fuck? They can't get this together." But again, I'm just saying, it's amazing to me. But as you said, the front office, I guess, it's the trickle down effect of the ineptitude of a front office that can't, get it together. And there's no stability, obviously, with managers getting fired every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Which makes no sense.
Well, or if that's like if you in a groove as a manager or coach, and the team is in a groove with you, but then they fire you after a year, 2 years. And then they bring in another guy. He's going to bring in his system. He's going to bring in his coaches. And those coaches might not coach in the same manner as the previous coaches. Okay. So then, we on what? We on manager number 4 in the last 6 or 7 years?
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? It does not make any sense whatsoever, especially with a team that loaded. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I just don't understand that, to be perfectly honest. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We got some people that called in as well. Just your mic is live whenever you're ready to talk. Yo, what's up with speaking of the Nationals? Is Bryce Harper coming back to that team?
Hell no.
Wow. Damn.
Nope.
That's all. I guess that's all around. Huh? Everybody's like, nope, he ain't coming back there.
The problem for him is if the Yankees don't want him, I don't think he wants to go to Philly because Gabe Kapler's he's a moron. guys didn't like him when he played.
Right.
There's a reason that the Phillies didn't make the playoffs, and it's called Gabe Kapler. He's a moron. You know, this was a guy who was pulling pitchers out after 4 innings and 50 pitches. Okay. He lost them a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like him. His personality stinks. He's not a good dude.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know where Harper goes if he doesn't go to the Yankees, because I don't know if he really wants to go to LA and play in that ballpark, because that ballpark's really not conducive to him.
Right.
The Philly ballpark is, but do you want to put up with Gabe Kapler for 10 years? You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking for 10 years, $300 million. He wants more than Giancarlo Stanton, so he's looking at 10 and 350.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably where he's starting at. And Scott Boras might say 10 and 40, 400, but you know he's probably looking at around 350, somewhere in that neighborhood. Do you really want to be in Philly for 10 years?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And play with that fan base for 10 years? Come on, man. Ain't that much cheesesteak in the damn world.
Right. Damn. Well, here's the thing. Now, where do you think, where's your best educated guess of where dude is going to wind up? Yeah.
If the Cardinals hadn't signed Paul Goldschmidt, I'd say I would have said St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, traded for Goldschmidt, I would have said St. Louis.
Okay.
Why you to play first base, Chandler?
No, but they would play outfield for him. Well, one, because the longer it would drag out, that would have made the most sense, baseball wise, fan base wise, and he probably wouldn't have gotten all of the money, but he would have got close. And it's a good organization and a winning organization. Remember, he does want to win. This young man wants to win.
Right.
And I think St. Louis would have ponied up, you know, around 290. I think they would have ponied up. I think they would have given him more money for less years. They probably give him the 300, but they're not giving him 10 years.
Right.
Kind of a deal. But the way things stand, I don't see him going to San Francisco. The Mets, he's not going to the Mets.
No.
The Mets ain't giving him that kind of money. You know, the Mets cheap.
So you know what? I see Philly I see he might swallow hard and go to Philly. If the Yankees wait out long enough, I think they can get him. It's just a matter of if they want him.
Right.
You know, it's not a lot of landing spots for him, man. It's really not.
Right.
Yeah, our brother Ronan Black in the chat room said, "Well, how about the Dodgers?" So,
I don't think the Dodgers want to give up a 10-year contract.
And as you said,
that ballpark doesn't fit him. You know, he doesn't hit well in that ballpark. Because a lot of home runs go to dying Dodger Stadium. A lot of home runs go to dying Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, true.
So it's going to be interesting, man, to see where he winds up. But if I had to bet money, I'd say he swallows hard and goes to Philly if the Yankees don't want him.
Right. How do y'all feel about Eovaldi and Carrasco staying with the Red Sox and Carrasco staying with the Indians as it pertains to the New York Yankees?
I think the Yankees made a mistake. And I said that when they let him go.
Oh, Eovaldi?
Yes, he's 26 or 27. His stuff is electric.
Right. Okay.
This kid has ace stuff. You saw what he did in the postseason. They did some things with him. They made some changes, and those changes worked for him. It was a mistake by the Yankees to not give him $70 million. It was a mistake. All he got was 67. Okay.
Right.
All he got was 67. You're going to wind up giving J.A. Happ somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 to 50 million.
Right.
Okay. J.A. Happ is 36. He's 30 something. He's in his 30s. You could have got a 26-year-old for 4 years. It's a mistake, in my opinion. The Carrasco thing the Indians are doing is great because they're going to trade Kluber or Bauer, so you lock up Carrasco. But Eovaldi, every time he pitches against the Yankees this coming season, and they get no hits off him, and he goes 7 innings and or 8 innings with 89 to 90 pitches, remember what I said. It was a mistake. They should have brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
True. Well, I mean, the thing with what about Carrasco? I mean, listen, I'm shocked that he's staying in Cleveland. So the one obviously that's on the market is Kluber. You understand? I'm totally shocked by Carrasco staying there, to be honestly. I thought he'd be a piece that they want to get rid of since they're cleaning house out there in Cleveland. But well, I guess you got to keep one of them. You got to keep.
Well, he's youngest. He's the youngest one.
Right. Exactly.
And he's not as hard to deal with as Bauer. He's not as old as Kluber. And he's literally gonna be the cheapest one. Mm-hmm. So it made sense to me when they signed him to an extension. I never thought they should trade him. No. Bauer is the guy I think they need to move, and I think they're going to move Kluber. Because Kluber's about to hit that downside of his career. So you sell high on him. Mm-hmm. Bauer still has some improvement, and I think he's going to be really good, but his personality stinks.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And it's going to be hard for him. And actually, the thing is, Bauer, I think, will do very well in New York because the New York media loves Caucasian athletes who sound very intelligent. They like to discuss everything. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to explain to you that as I look at the threads on the ball, as it's going around at 35,000 rotations, and I then take a little tweak and at 63 degrees and I raise my arm this way. And, he's so brainy and intelligent and deep and all that other nonsense. So,
Well, I gotta tell you, man. Think about Carrasco. I mean, it would have been nice, but like you said, he's young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's an ace. He has ace form and whatnot. So that's good for him. It really is. So, like I said, I was looking. Tell you honestly, and maybe I'm crazy. In recent days, I was looking at Carrasco as a Yankee more so than Kluber, to be perfectly honest. If they would have made that happen. So this kind of just like, kind of, puts me in a little bit of a like a down mood that they couldn't pull off a trade for him. You know what I'm saying? But now that the Cleveland Indians are retaining this guy, I realize it's not going to happen. And I'm a little down on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I wanted him more than Kluber, to be perfectly honest. And again, I say this in recent days. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. We're going to talk about those Mets and the ridiculousness that they're trying to do.
Brother, you can run with it, man. Go ahead, man.
Apparently, the Mets are now willing to include Ahmed Rosario in a trade for JT Realmuto.
Jesus Christ!
Why? He's starting to blossom.
Yes, I know, and
that doesn't grow and get good.
Sense. It doesn't make sense. This is why the Cano trade was a bad trade. And this is what the Mets fans who were trying to justify this trade keep missing. You didn't have to give them the pieces you gave them for Edwin Diaz if you were willing to eat that $20 million.
Right.
Because let me tell you something, $20 million off a $120 million contract ain't a whole damn lot.
No.
First of all, okay? The Mets should have traded Jay Bruce and Anthony Swarzak for Cano and Diaz and said, we will take Cano's whole contract. They would have thrown Diaz in just because of that.
Right.
You then take the prospects that you gave up for Edwin Diaz. Now, if you truly want to trade for JT Realmuto, you give them those prospects, right?
Right.
And Nimmo or Conforto. Or the smarter thing to do, go sign Yasmani Grandal. He's a free agent. It's only going to cost you money. You take those prospects and you package them for Corey Kluber. Right. Now, here's your starting rotation. You have an all-star catcher, right? Your starting rotation now is DeGrom, Syndergaard, Kluber are your top three.
Wheeler. And
Mats.
That's a really good rotation, right? You have Cano either at first or second, but probably put him at first because you got rid of Bruce. You let McNeil play second. You have Rosario at short. Okay. Here's the thing. If you wanted McNeil to be a super sub, you could have signed Jonathan Scope for that $7.5 million. that he just got from Minnesota. Who
Right.
Jonathan Scope, by the way, was a Gold Glove caliber second baseman, right?
Mhm.
Boom. There's your infield is now set.
Right.
And then
And
you
you
get that
still
kid
have
to play center field, who's a leadoff hitter that I mentioned on Twitter.
AJ
oh
Pollock.
yeah, AJ Pollock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
what they're doing is ridiculous because you're creating a hole in one position to fill a hole in another when you don't have to, because there are listen, Kurt Suzuki he was traded. Kurt Suzuki is a great defensive catcher and more than capable as a hitter.
Mhm.
There's many ways they could go. They're going for names. This guy is going for names. And that sounds good in a vacuum, but okay, you have a name at catcher, you
Right.
have a name at second base, and the rest of your team is trash because you got rid of everybody. That's going to work out well.
Well, what I tell you, what did I say? Universal Operations Manual. 3 teams:
Yeah.
Knicks, Mets, and the Jets. Names. That's all they care about. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? I don't know. Damn. And I said this previously on shows before. Why would anybody want to be a New York Mets fan? I'm stunned at this. I'm sorry. I know that might be a little rough or whatnot, but come on,
And
come on.
they got a large fan base too.
They do, and that's what kills
So
me.
do the
And
Jets.
bro, I feel so sorry for these people. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like you've chosen nothing but misery in that part of your life. You understand? Nothing but misery. Why would you even rock with them? Because they're not doing the right thing by fans. They're really not. If you take a long, hard look at the way they do things, they're not trying to win. They're not. All the Mets want to do is compete for the back page with the Yankees. That's what they care about.
Mhm.
That's all they care about. They're not really making moves to win. You understand? They're making moves to compete with the big brother, and that is the Bronx Bombers, and that's it.
And
You
here's the
understand?
thing, they
Mhm.
can never compete with them.
No, no,
Just be yourself. And what you're saying they run their organization always with the mindset of looking at what the Yankees are doing
exactly.
and trying to outdo the Yankees,
Mhm.
and be yourselves. Run your team smart.
Mm.
You know,
They can't do it.
they never been a smart
They
organization.
can't do it. Well, you got that's the Mets way, as we like to joke around here. That's the Mets way. Typical Mets. You understand? Typical Mets way. Can't get away from it. You
You're
know.
cheap. You nickel and
Mhm.
dime players. You always sign some dude who's on the back end of his career who was
Right.
really good. Oh, that's Robinson Cano. He's 36. He on the
Mhm.
back end of his career.
Mhm. I mean,
Giving
damn.
big money to big names. Oh well, Robinson Cano again.
Mhm.
And no disrespect to him. He's always been he's never injured. Always plays around 158, 160 games. He's a prototypical number 3 hitter.
Mhm.
But I would have liked 27-year-old Robinson Cano and not
Exactly.
36 Robinson Cano coming off of peds or
Exactly.
whatever his situation was, the
Mhm.
masking drug he took.
Mhm. Well, you know what, Mac? God forbid if they should actually put work in their front office and have a fucking plan. God forbid. That might work. We might be competitive. We might be in the playoffs every year. You understand? Constantly in the running to get a world championship. God forbid that they ever took that type of psychology. You understand what I'm saying? If they ever took
Mhm.
that method, you know what I'm saying? But again, I go back to they do things the Mets way. That's just what it is.
Can I
And
add
you
something else?
Please.
I think you're missing another major part as to why they suck and probably always will. Bill Maher has part ownership in Mets.
Wow.
Oh,
Really?
another
Wow.
idiot. to add to the
I
two
didn't know that.
to the father and son. Yeah, he does have a small piece.
Jesus.
Oh,
Well, there it is. There it is. Sad, man. I feel for Met fans. I really do. Because you guys are loyal, faithful. You're a little bit irritating to me at times. To the end, yeah. They can be irritating as well.
They like Chucky.
Bro, let me tell you guys
Fans
something.
to the end.
Dude, to debate one of those guys is an exercise in futility. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is difficult to deal with them. Okay, you understand? So,
No, it's difficult to deal with a fanatic. Remember the guy on Twitter?
oh
We
my
were talking
god,
about the Yankees,
yeah,
and listen, George Steinbrenner didn't win every year.
right.
He was an asshole,
Mhm.
but he was legitimately always trying to put a
Mhm.
winning team on the field,
Right.
you know. And what about when he did this in 85 and 86 when they
Mhm.
signed all, you know. So George Steinbrenner wasn't
Mhm.
the perfect owner, but I did not mind him.
Yeah, well, he wanted a winning product. He tried. He tried.
I don't require perfection from an owner. I just require
Right.
somebody that wants to win.
Right,
that's it.
and that's it.
Mhm.
And that's what he did.
I don't even understand what perfect owner means.
Right. He's supposed to be nice.
Right.
Listen, it's business. There's nothing nice about
Mhm.
business. Sometimes you got to get dirty.
I want to just read something from our chat room. Black Action Productions said about the whole Bill Maher owning a little bit of the Mets. He was like, "Wait, Bill?" But I thought he was intelligent. Well, the guy could be. I love
You
that.
were wrong, Black Action Production. You were wrong.
I love that. That's
Bill, nobody has their head more up their ass than Bill Maher.
right.
I'm saying.
You fucking clown. I never liked him.
This guy, in his infinite wisdom, he decides to go at Stan Lee right after he dies.
Right.
Yeah.
Who would do that? Who the fuck would do that?
And they tore him a new one.
And deservedly so. And deservedly so. So fuck him. He's a piece of shit. A piece of shit. So, again, you want to own a piece of the Mets and throwing those other idiots over there at ownership like the Wilpons. You a perfect fucking match. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Perfect match for each other. Let me see. What was it? Oh. Are we gonna talk about our favorite basketball team tonight?
Tax write-offs? Yes. Let's.
New York tax write-offs.
Are we gonna talk about our favorite team? Okay. Mac.
Yes, sir.
You have put this out there, buddy. Your man. And I always have a hard time pronouncing this guy's name. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Should the New York Knicks play Frank Ntilikina more? And is he a point guard or wing player?
Yo, they should play him more. And he's not a point guard. He's a wing player. They playing him out of. Go ahead, Jim.
Mario Hezonja,
he's
who was signed to be a 3-point shooter. Okay.
Right.
And by the way, this dude can shoot. Okay. He can shoot in his sleep. Has come to the Knicks and refused to shoot. Over the Knicks' last 8 games, outside of the Philly game, the most shots he's taken in the game is 7. This is your 3-point shooter, by the way, in a league dominated with everybody jack up threes.
Right.
He is terrible defensively.
Yes,
okay. Never scores in games because he won't shoot. But the coach says, well, the reason I'm playing Mario is for his defense. So here's the thing. It's okay for Mario Hezonja to score no points and suck on defense. But it's not okay to play Frank Ntilikina, who his offensive game has not come yet, but gives you outstanding defense. I need somebody to explain to me how that makes sense. I need somebody to tell me how that makes sense.
Yeah. I can't
I don't think it's Fizdale. I think it's Perry and Mills. We know Mills is an idiot. Yeah, listen. You know how it goes. If I sign a guy and he makes X amount of dollars, he's gonna play more than the up and coming player. Mario Hidalgo is making a certain amount of money, and he's a Chandler. He can shoot, but he's a bum to me. He's a bum. He's a bum in Orlando, and he stunk it up there, and he won't shoot here, but he's a shooter. I don't need that. Let me be the coach. Yo, sit right here. Sit right next to me. Because
but here's the thing.
You won't play to your strength.
Frank is being benched specifically because they say he's not aggressive enough. Right. But you're starting Hazonia, who is not aggressive with his shot. It's double speak and is BS.
And you know what else it is? They're playing Moutier. Moutier's, I think they want to trade Moutier. And they want to trade Dotson. So they're letting them play.
And trading Dotson is stupid. Trading Dotson is stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. I don't know.
Well, he is a legit 3-and-D guy. He's a legit two-way player. You don't trade legitimate two-way players.
Exactly. I agree.
And Moutier is starting to play well. I had wanted them to get rid of him early in the season, but he, they giving him playing time. He's starting to play well and show that he was really a lottery pick for a reason. And he's been playing well, but it's the Knicks, man. Same BS.
Mac, I gotta disagree with you, man. I think I've never trusted that coach Fizdale. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of his.
I hear you.
To me, he's like a snake oil salesman. I just don't trust the dude. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
When you have a guy like Hazonia out there, and as Chandler put it, and he's not firing up threes in a league that's just like 3-point shot crazy. You understand? And for him to play defense, he loves this is coming out coach's mouth. You understand what I'm saying? I don't trust that motherfucker. I just don't, man. I'm not going for the bullshit, dude. I don't trust his ass, man.
Right?
It don't make no damn sense, my dude. Come on. You know?
And I think they're doing Frank a disservice. Frank should be playing. If he's not starting, he should at least be playing 25, 30 minutes.
Right.
Well, hopefully they trade Frank so he can go and do like every other player that the Knicks screwed over and gave up on. Trevor Ariza, David Lee, you name it. He'll go somewhere else. And in 2 to 3 years, the same Knicks fans that's killing him will be told, man, we need to go get us a Frank Ntilikina type of player.
And then wait, Chandler, but then they nut on themselves over the next big name. Oh my
God, forget about it.
I mean, how many years?
John Wall.
Oh yeah. But how many years after Trevor Ariza left were Knicks fans screaming, we need to go get us a Trevor Ariza?
Bro, I was just thinking
you had him.
I was just thinking the same thing.
We talked about that on this show. They got rid of David Lee because they didn't want to pay David Lee, and they wanted to pay a big name free agent who wasn't coming because they didn't come, and we settled for bum knees.
Right.
Amari.
Doesn't make any damn sense, man.
Nope.
Doesn't make any sense. Now,
tax write-off staff.
In effect again. You know what I'm saying? What else is new? You know what I mean? But what's up with another ex-Nick, Carmelo Anthony?
Who?
Now Carmelo Anthony, ex-Nick.
He's done.
LeBron wants him in LA.
LeBron wants him in LA. Yes, he does.
Magic is not signing him. Okay. LeBron can want him all he wants. Magic ain't signing him because he doesn't fit what they do. See,
true.
I don't understand why all of these so-called basketball fans and experts and people who I've been watching basketball, man, since I was there. I'm gonna speak slowly and I'm gonna use small words. Okay. Carmelo Anthony, not spot up shooter.
Right.
Yeah. And
LA Lakers need spot up shooter. Philly Sixers need spot up shooter. Carmelo Anthony, not spot up shooter. Stop telling me Carmelo Anthony's never going to play another game in this league unless he goes to Portland. If he doesn't go to Portland, his career is done.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler, they said this is the words they use. Oh, he could go to LA and be a spot up shooter. And I just looked at the article. I'm like, yo, y'all are fucking stupid as hell.
It's like you said. Like you said, it don't make no fucking sense.
Me and Chandler both have been saying he's not a spot up shooter. He's a
Exactly.
scorer. He makes threes, but he's not a spot up shooter. He scores everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He scores from everywhere, and if you don't know that, I can't help you.
Exactly, just like you
Because
said.
they said, oh, he looked horrible in OKC. He looked horrible in OKC because you stuck him on a corner and in a wing and said, go ahead, Carmelo, shoot that three.
Right. Not gonna work. Not gonna work.
He goes to Houston and plays with D and Tony, and yo, go stand on the wing and wait for Chris Paul to pass or Harden to pass you the ball and fling that three, boy.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. He ended his own career. His own career.
Well, you did call it. I mean,
by being stupid, he ended his own damn career.
Yeah.
Well, the league passed him by, in my opinion.
Yes, but the thing is, there was a team for him to go to.
Right.
That team was Portland. You already have two shooters in Portland. You know what they don't have? A low post presence, somebody to dump the ball into, so that when Dame and CJ are they can do that penetrating dish. Then guess what it does is opens up the floor for Dame and CJ. They have enough guys to play defense. They have the more Harklesses. They have the Leonard, Myers Leonards. They have those guys. It is the perfect situation for a guy who's a mid-range game guy, because that's the one thing they don't have. And you do still need a guy who can do a little mid-range stuff. He would have gotten enough shots. Okay. He wouldn't have had to stand in the corner, and he would have finally been playing with a superior point guard in his prime, something he's never had.
Right. That was just stupid. And then when I pointed out the same points, Chandler and Mac, and I get these looks of like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, again, some of these fans, they're just so hard to deal with when you give them real facts, you know what I'm saying, and real solutions, and they look at you like you're crazy. You're like, damn, it's so bad. They had me doubting myself, to be perfectly honest. That's how deep the protest was.
Breaking news, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Derek Fisher is coaching the WNBA in LA.
Yep.
Them girls better watch they chicks.
I'm trying.
D Fish gonna get your girl.
Dude, I saw that. I was in tears, man. I couldn't even believe that shit. I thought it was like a fake report or something like that. I said, is this Snopes.com or something? I'm like, get out of here. I don't believe this shit.
Listen, he need a job. He with Gloria. Gloria spends money. He owe his ex-wife money, and he got mad kids out there.
Jesus Christ, yo.
You know what? I'm gonna be contrary and say it's a good move. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Be.
Derek Fisher has been supporting the WNBA since its inception.
That's true.
Going back to when he was a player.
That is true.
In a positive way, supporting them, going to the games, talking to the coaches, talking to the players, all of those things.
Right.
One of the things he said that he didn't do with the Knicks that he did, and the general manager confirmed it, was he asked questions that had nothing to do with basketball. How are you going to do this? What is the vision? All of those things. I think Derek Fisher, personally, I always thought Derek Fisher would make a good coach. I think he came to the wrong team. Right. He never should have came to the Knicks. This should not have been his first job.
You know what, Chandler? When he was here and he went away from the triangle, the Knicks played all right.
Yes, and then they fired
him. Yeah.
They were 13 and 11. They were winning, and they fired him.
Right.
So
and
I think
he was learning how to coach. And
yes.
He also said he should have been like, he never asked a question to Phil Jackson, or he didn't let him know, listen, I'm not gonna run no triangle. I'm gonna run what I want to run. You need to, which is what I would tell a GM. if I was a coach, well, I want you to run this system. You're not a coach. You're not coaching, so I'm not running what you want to run, and that's always been the Knicks' problem. The GM always wants you to do this. That's why when Patino was here, the Knicks were a really good team. They scared the hell out of teams. And the GM, for whatever reason, I don't want you to run this style. You need to do this. And Patino was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And so they got rid of him.
Yep.
Maybe Fisher learns how to be a coach and he can come back to the NBA. He's still relatively young.
I'd like to see him stay though, because one of the things he does bring to the WNBA is he's going to bring some eyes and some attention.
Right.
Because a lot of people are going to want to see it because they want to see a train wreck. A lot of people are going to watch it because they want to see him fail. It doesn't matter as long as people are watching. And I think what it does is it helps the WNBA because it's going to get more eyeballs there, so people can actually see that these women can play. That this is not a step down in basketball or anything else. Just because they're not dunking doesn't mean that this is not great basketball. Right. So I think this benefits everybody. I think it benefits the league. It benefits him. It benefits the team. Now, his personal life, his personal life's a mess. Let's just hope he's cleaned that up. Because if he hasn't, then,
Okay. I hear you. Well, let's see. Mac, you got any other things you want to discuss? I ran out. I totally ran out. You know what I'm saying?
I got something.
What's up with the...
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Chandler. I got something also. Go ahead, Chandler.
Okay. I'm gonna step outside the lane of basketball. Y'all know where I'm getting ready to go.
Oh
no, I don't.
No.
Yeah, you do. He's about 5'3" from Philly.
5'3" from Philly.
Oh, my man, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Oh man. Not only are you there. Oh, there's my man. What's going on, Nico? My brother.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yeah, brother.
Yes,
we hear you,
sir.
Here's my problem with everything that went on. Those tweets have been on his timeline for 8 years.
Yep.
Nobody asked for an apology until they tapped him to do the Oscars. Now,
he did apologize, Chandler. He apologized for those tweets.
Yes, he did years ago. But here's the thing. The outcry and the uproar did not come until they tapped him for the Oscars.
Right.
Yep.
So and that's my problem with it, which is okay, if you want to be offended before he's about to get something major. Remember, we talked about this before. Be offended by somebody's 10-year-old or 8-year-old or 15-year-old tweets before something really positive and major is about to happen in their life. Okay. Don't wait until they're about to come up and now you want to bring up something and say, well, 10 years ago you said faggot. Okay, that was 10 years ago. Me personally, I'm not going to apologize for something I did 10 years ago simply because, I'm not the same man I was 10 years ago.
Right.
Okay. Am I doing it now? What am I doing now? Who look at the person I am now and judge me based on who I am now. Okay. Right. Now you want to bring it up and say, yeah, you made some mistakes. I will absolutely own my mistakes from the past. I will absolutely own them. Say, you know what, man, I was screwed up. And I did those things I did were wrong. But I'm not going to sit up here and prostrate myself. And he should not have had to prostrate himself upon the altar of public opinion for something that came 8 years ago that nobody gave a damn about until they tapped him for the Oscars.
Yep.
Well, you know why that happened. Go ahead, Holla.
2 points. Faggot is a slur, right?
Yes.
Is nigga a slur too?
Yep.
Are people still saying nigga?
Yep.
So then I'm still saying faggot, and I ain't apologizing for it.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
How come one person's slur is sacred? Oh, we can't say, and then you can say nigga 24/7.
Right.
So fuck that. He shouldn't apologize for anything. He shouldn't apologize for it 10 years ago, and he shouldn't apologize for it now.
Right.
If we want to eliminate slurs, then eliminate all them motherfuckers.
Yep.
That's how I feel about that.
I hear you.
To make this even worse, you know that they just banned a song from 1944.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Ray Charles song.
Which song?
1944.
Yep.
What song?
Baby, it's cold outside.
Right. Ridiculous.
Because they said, "Oh, it's date rapey and creepy." It was from 1944. Why are you trying to take something that happened in 1944 and impose it on 2018 values?
Well, hold up. They still playing R. Kelly. Seems like she's ready. That's rapey.
Ooh.
But my thing is this: let's say it does seem like it. Why ban it?
Well, brother,
This is my point. It's like, what is the purpose of banning? Like, all right, so are we gonna go back in history and ban everything that people find offensive?
well,
That's what we're gonna do now.
Well, according to my man in
They got this thing. It's called museums. You know that's where they put stuff that happened in the past in there so that you can know that it happened.
Right.
Archives, museums.
Wow.
What we gonna eliminate those? Are we gonna burn the fucking museums down because a lot of shit happened that we didn't like in the past?
Aaron
Hall. This is fucking ridiculous, man. I posted an article, of course, that nobody paid no attention to on my profile, where it was talking about how overparenting backfired on Americans.
Oh wow. Okay.
And this is the perfect example. Like all of this offended shit. You know, like women now, all of a sudden now, a woman is emotionally traumatized because a guy tried to talk to her.
Oh my God.
This is the world we living in now.
Yes, sir. It's sure
the world we living in now. And the thing that really bothers me and makes me really mad, and the people that should be mad, is that there's women out there that are seriously raped and assaulted.
Yep.
Where it's a serious deal. And you take that and you cheapen it with your bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be cute.
Yeah, one thing I don't like is I don't like when women who haven't been raped speak on it.
Thank you.
I rather for women who have been raped speak on it because they went through it and they can tell, the whole world what it was like and how it felt. I it's a lot of women out here who haven't been touched by no man in any kind of way, and they the ones who got the voice. And you can tell because the ones who got raped, they not on the front line, as to say. They not in public and on TV. It's always the ones who ain't been touched by their uncle when they was a child or anything. And then if you ask them, I haven't, some guy was talking to me, but have you been raped? If you haven't been raped, keep your mouth closed, man, because you don't speak for rape victims.
Nah.
And maybe I'm ignorant, but you know what sexual assault means to me? What? Attempted rape.
Right.
That's sexual assault. Not, he touched my ass. So fucking, I've had women grab my dick.
I had grown women when I was a teenager. And I'm talking
about not even women that I'm attracted to or would even fuck with. Just come up and grab my shit. What, am I going to therapy because of that shit? That's not an assault. But everything is all twisted around, and it gets back to that article I was talking about overparenting, where they were saying that kids from generation ago, that parents will let their kids go out and play by themselves at 5. Now you got parents that won't let their kids go out until they're in their freaking like teens. So what does it do? The kids don't have social skills. They have poor social skills. So then when they face something that they don't like, the first thing they would do is they reporting it to the authorities.
Yep.
They don't have any coping mechanism. Yeah, they don't have any coping mechanism. Everybody's fucking offended. Listen, you know what offends me? People that get offended.
Yep.
That's what offends me.
It's hard to
like Dave Chappelle had the best joke with that. He said, Louis C.K. in that Louis C.K. thing, he said one of the ladies was like, Louis C.K. was masturbating while I was on the phone. And Dave Chappelle said, bitch, you don't know how to hang up a phone?
Oh
like,
man,
what the fuck is wrong with these people, man?
bro, I'm telling you, man.
Oh my God, I'm so offended. What are you doing? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
You know you was down with whatever was going on that phone, bitch.
Yeah, you know, America is just normalizing stupid behavior and bullshit. You know, like it's cool to be a retard, and I'm not talking about the people who's really like that or whatever. But like, it's cool to just be dumb. You know, overly emotional about things, and you know, you got people who think that they're different.
Right.
And they really not. I really wanted to go back to where it was a social norm, because you know, for people to think they could come outside with ink all over their face and purple hair, and they act like they expressing themselves or they different, they really not. You know,
Yes,
it's a lot of BS out here, and it's like, oh, that's cool because they're different. No, they not. They just stupid. You know, if everybody were to agree on how to wear your clothes properly, we won't be seeing this stupid stuff. But it's, you know, it's just okay to come outside and your pants hanging off your ass, and I'm not even like going at them like that, but it's like, man, at what age when you're going to just say, you know what, I'm 30, I don't want to sag my pants.
Right.
And
You
if
know
you're
what
a teenager, I'm gonna leave you alone. I was a teenager. I know what it is. You get in your 20s and your 30s, I'm like, okay,
40.
man, stop it,
This
man.
dude's 40 doing it.
Oh my
50,
God.
my age.
Yep.
You know what it reminds me of? I was reading this book called The Art of Systems Thinking, and it just goes to show you how people always want to impose their set of values on everything, and they end up making it. I mean, we had a perfect example of it that actually happened when that Christian dude went over there and got his ass arrowed up. That's one example. There's another example in a book that I had read where there was the wolves were killing the deer in this pop. So, you know, these do-gooders come along because, you know, they sticking their fucking nose in the animal kingdom and they want to save the deers. So what happened was they ended up killing the wolves, and then they had an overpopulation of deer. Then that became a fucking problem.
Right.
Because you stuck your nose and shit that ain't got there's a balance to things.
Right.
And you go in there fucking it up, trying to impose your fucking values on the animal kingdom, and then you end up fucking shit up.
Right.
The wolves are there for a purpose, and the deer is there for a purpose. And I feel the same way in the human kingdom. There's nerds and there's bullies. The bullies are the natural predators of the nerds. It keeps everything in balance. You get rid of the fucking bullies, then the nerds just fucking take over.
Right. Oh man, that's just,
you know. It's like everybody wants to, like, you know, try to understand what the fuck it is that you're doing before you start interfering.
No, we can't have that.
Everything doesn't have your values. I always point out is this one example. You know what a lion does when it becomes head of the pack? When the old lion either gets killed in a fight or goes somewhere because he knows the new lion is on the scene, he kills all the cubs from the former lion. Kills them.
Yep.
Now, go and impose your human values on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, brother.
It's just annoying. Like, I would, if I was Kevin. Well, first of all, Kevin Hart was a punk because he backed out and apologized in the first place. I would have never apologized.
Yep.
I'm not apologizing. I want all these people that's out here got the N-word nigga running out their mouth like running water. Apologize to me.
Right. Hell yeah. Said.
And I made that point plenty of times. I remember when that song, was it All About the Benjamins?
Yeah.
Where they get to the part where he says, you should do what we do, stack ships like Hebrews. They beep out Hebrews, but yet they keep nigga in the song.
Right. That shit is pathetic.
But you beeping out Hebrews, which isn't even a curse. It's not even a slur.
No.
And he wasn't being disrespectful.
Exactly.
To them either.
So fuck that. If everybody's so super sensitive about their slurs, like now all of a sudden, like the angry white man phenomenon. Now white men are feeling victimized. Isn't that fucking ironic?
Yeah. Very. Very.
Now you're a victim. You've been victimizing motherfucking groups. All this now, this is even worse. Now you feel that you being judged because you're a white man. Wow. Wow. I don't like being judged with the group. We've been judged by the group all our fucking lives. You're a black man. That's all that matters. It's not you're a black individual man. No, you're a black man. You just like all the rest of them. But if I call you a fucking pig as a cop, then you feel, why are you trying to hold what another cop did against me? Well, nigga, ain't you the fucking one pulling me over?
Right.
But you didn't. Now, when it comes to me, you can judge me by every other black man. But when it comes to you, you can't be judged by all the bad cops out there.
Exactly. Great point.
I mean, the hypocrisy is just so fucking ridiculous, man. That's why I'm not apologizing for shit.
Nope.
That's right.
When somebody gonna apologize to all the fucked up stuff that happened to us as black men?
Right.
Never.
Got that right.
And I'm apologizing for something from 10 years ago? Shit.
Yeah, that was a weak move by Kevin Hart. That was weak. Come on.
I didn't even know that he apologized for it the first time, but you know, I was having this conversation with a person I know that's in LA, and he trying to do his little acting career, and I told him, I was like, you know, just be careful at this point, you know, because Hollywood is weird, and just don't be vocal with everything that you believe in and stand for until you financially secure, you know. Because, and it's sad to say this, but you know, look what they doing to Kevin Hart.
Right.
That happened damn near a decade ago.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta have fuck you money.
And you know why they doing that to Kevin Hart, right? He's on the low. He's making moves. He's putting people in positions, and you know, he's putting black people in positions to make money. He got his own thing. He's you know, investing his money in other people, and they don't like that.
Yeah, it's sad when it's like that, man.
Yeah, you gotta get that fuck you money, like you said.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just told him, like, you know, be careful, because not everybody's going to agree with you, and you got this on the social media network, and you know, I got your back 100%, but you know, just do you. You ain't even got to speak on nothing political. Make sure you get in that. You want to be an actor, you want to be a movie star, get up in there first, and then you can start, you know, running your mouth. But you know, I just hate the fact that black people got to do that, man. It's just so weak. We just got to keep our mouths closed, and then on top of that, we got other black people that's with the fuckery. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why Hollywood and other entities could get away with this stuff, man. Because shouldn't nobody have to apologize for the word faggot? But you got black faggots that will come and say he shouldn't have said the word faggot, and not y'all. That's the reason why this shit goes on and shit happens to us, man. Because you got black people who want to go against their own people.
My thing is, how you gonna be offended by a word you be using all the time? It's the same thing with nigga. It's like you could call me a nigga. What the fuck? Like, is that supposed to mortally wound me? I mean, but you know what I'm saying? It just seems like you gay people don't call themselves faggots. Mark, come on now. We done seen these people in action.
Yes, we have. We know gay people, and that's what they do.
But now you want to turn it around and now get offended when you hear the F word. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hello?
What happened?
Oh, okay. We still here. R left, but he's keeping the stream open.
Oh, okay.
I'm here too. I just got it on mute because I'm at work. I'm at the rail yard and it be noisy.
But yeah, they Kevin Hart just he
got a Donald Trump his shit, man. That's the thing with Trump. Trump don't apologize for nothing.
Nope. He been saying everything.
He's an idiot, and he's an idiot and proud. So it's kind of, like, I guess it's one of those situations where that's the only real trickle down going on in America. Stupidity.
Right. Also, to piggyback a little on what Chandler said, people tried to with the Obama thing at Bush's funeral. He didn't. They didn't like how certain black people didn't like how he reacted to Trump. In that, Jimmy Carter and the Clintons, they all was like, man, fuck that motherfucker, fuck Trump, and Obama and Michelle didn't do that. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I can understand it because I'm tired of us having to take the fucking high road.
Right.
I'm tired of that. You know what I'm saying? I personally, I wanted him to spit in his face. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted him to stand up and be like, yo, you was talking about my wife. Remember the shit you said about my wife? What you got to say now? You understand what I'm saying? I want them to break out the Chicago women.
I would pay money to see that shit.
I wanted him to break out the Chicago women and be like, yo, you called my wife what? Yeah, say it now.
Obama's not from Chicago. He's not from Chicago, so
but he resided there for a while.
Yeah, but he's not from Chicago. I hate when people say that.
Where's he from?
I don't know, but he's not from Chicago. I know that for a fact.
Okay. Well, his wife is though, right?
Yes, she is Chicago.
Yeah, but that's not no Chicago resident.
Okay. Well, I wanted one of them to break out some Chicago shit on Trump's ass. Okay.
What's your word, Dom? Yo, Joe.
But
that's more West Side. I'm South Side.
Okay. So I can understand the criticism, of him taking the high road, because why we got to keep taking the fucking high road, man?
Right. Obama been taking the high road for 12 years.
Yeah, that's what he's used to.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's how he is. So it didn't surprise me that he did it because that's just his personality. So I'm never going to criticize you for being who you are. Okay. Right. I understand that a lot of people were disappointed that he did it. But if you pay attention, that's just who he is. I think it was more disappointment because it would have been a way for all of us. You know what I'm saying? It would have felt like all of us was spitting in Trump's face had he done it. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where the disappointment came from, is that, because listen, how many of us would love to get a piece of damn Trump right about now?
Oh yeah. Like if I was in an airport and Trump was there, it's like the ancestors and all the black community would take over my hand. And that would be my defense. The court, I was not responsible. My hand just acted on its own.
Right.
It was just possessed, and it went right across his face. I had nothing to do with it.
And that's what I'm saying. So I understand it, Mark, because like I said, I think it's right. I think a lot of people saw it as our opportunity to get him back. But if you know anything about Obama, you knew he was going to take the high road, and so was his wife.
Yeah.
It would have been really, I would have paid for him to slap the shit out of Trump and somebody go, oh shit.
Oh my God.
World star.
Yo, did y'all see how they were catching some pictures? I think it was Dan Quayle. Yo, he was ice grilling Trump like he wanted to come over 3 fucking rows to get to him.
The best was Jimmy Carter's face. He was like, his look said that motherfucker.
Yeah. Jimmy was like, man.
Actually, you know who had the best reaction was Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
He was like,
didn't even look. Yep.
She gave him like that. She gave him that black man head nod. You know, like when you see another brother, and you like nod the head up a little slightly. She did that, like rolled her eyes,
and got criticized. And I'm like, this man has been attacking this woman's character. They done attacked her children.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck do you think she was supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That was funny.
But I agree.
I would have paid. I would have paid to see that. That would have been beautiful.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chandler. That's his personality. He's not gonna react like that. Me, I've done it already. Where I used to work with Rodney, the dude that worked with him, I don't like that dude. So he would come in rooms or come sit at a table and I would leave. Y'all better follow me. I did it. They had a training session. And I think one of the VPs was in the training session and Money came and sat next to me and I went to the other side of the room. Nah, man, I don't rock with you, son.
Yo, can I clear up something about this political incorrect bullshit?
Go ahead. People,
this country is not politically incorrect. People keep saying, "Oh, people are just politically correct," and da 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 da. No. Because the main people saying that they're against political correctness is always offended when something doesn't go their way.
Right.
Like Republicans, like Donald Trump. Donald Trump said, "Oh, I hate political correct." How many times has he tried to sue comedians because they said a joke about him? So most people is not politically, they're not into political correctness or incorrect. Most people are just full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
True.
That's really what it is.
And they get offended when they come across something that disturbs their sensibilities. Then they can become snowflakes like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem isn't political correctness or political incorrectness. The problem is full of shit motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clear that up. There's everybody group that talks about, oh, I hate political. Like, oh, perfect example. You against political correctness, but yet you're mad at Colin Kaepernick because he doesn't stand up for the national anthem. Guess what? That's called being politically incorrect. Since you're in support of that, you should be in support of him, but you're not. Why? Because he's doing something that disturbs your sensibilities. So now you're the snowflake who's for political correctness.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? People are so full of shit.
Yep. Especially, and also, y'all don't stand for the national anthem. Y'all getting burgers,
beers,
cell phone,
ears.
Yeah, you drinking.
Everybody is so quick to call somebody a victim, but people love to jump on that victim train. Now, I mean, they so jealous of the victim train, and now white men is victims now.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, it's like I said, it's just BS all around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are not consistent. Because Eric made a good point, Colazzo.
Right. What did he say?
What was the brother who got shot in the car? What was his name? Castile?
Yeah.
Philando?
Yep. Yeah, Philando. In Minneapolis?
Castile. Yeah, Philando. Where was the NRA?
Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere. Why? That was a perfect case for the NRA to jump up and talk about gun rights.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere to be found. You know why? Because it was a black man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing with, like I said, Alex Jones. Government corruption. Oh, the state. Oh, we hate the state and corruption. Da 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 da. Until they kill a black man, then the state's okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The problem isn't political correctness. The problem isn't all this. Is people who are full of shit, and they never have a problem with anything until it affects them.
Yeah, somebody try to reprimand me on Morgan's page, Habib's page. Because I said, yo, fuck Big Bush to for all eternity. You know, no matter how this person, no matter how you feel about them, that was someone's son, someone's father. You know what Bush was doing for us?
You know how many people are dead because of George W. Bush?
Right.
So now his death is supposed to be precious to me.
Yeah.
His death is special.
You know,
Chandler should be pissed because you I don't know if you went and served in the Middle East when you served, but a lot of people in the military died because of this fool and his warmongering.
listen,
Chandler.
I had to get off Twitter for a couple of days because there were some black people who I wanted to fucking go after. In the 80s and the 90s, when the AIDS epidemic was being ignored, thousands upon thousands of black men and women died. One of them was my sister, because his administration refused to put any funding into finding any sort of medical treatments.
Right.
Okay. We have generations of black men and women they destroyed in this fake war on drugs. So if you are a black person and you have the fucking nerve to talk about, well, because you didn't agree with his policy, he's directly responsible for my sister's death. He's directly responsible for ruining the lives of so many people that I know. Okay. Because he sent them to jail. His policies that he pushed through. So he's directly responsible. And you talking about have some respect for him? Fuck him. I hope he burns in hell. And fuck you.
Right.
And if I've heard people say, oh, heaven got another angel. I'm like, if this motherfucker is going to heaven, then why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I working? I might as well go out and start popping people upside their head and taking their money, killing motherfuckers, going on some drug-induced killing spree, and I can get into heaven too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if this nigga can get into, if George Bush can get into heaven, I know I'm going to heaven. Everybody should get into that motherfucker.
That's crazy. I didn't even know black people was defending him.
Yes,
that's
they are.
Crazy as shit.
I was, you know, like my thing is, Dom, for me, I didn't say when somebody passes, I just if I don't really say nothing. Like George Bush is like irrelevant to me. I didn't waste my time saying fuck him or anything. I just didn't comment on it. But what made me comment was hearing people defending this dude. And when I heard the thing about heaven got another angel, I'm like, what the? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Then I couldn't stay silent. You're like, you're fucking kidding me, man.
That's what took me over. Was I mean, black actors and actresses and you know, some of them I follow or whatnot, and up until that point, they had been, you know, people who pretty much aligned with, you know, my sensibilities as far as things that they supported and shit like that. And then I see them tweet some shit like that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And one of them had the nerve to talk about, well, if you can't, and I just, you know, I fucking went in on somebody. Then I said, you know what, I got to get off this fucking thing because I'm gonna just make myself crazy for no reason because these people are not worth it.
Hey Chandler, with some of those accounts, I don't think it really be them behind those accounts.
It be their publicists.
I think cause I be looking sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? That's not even them. That's why I don't even follow a lot of celebrities. Because I know it's not them. You know? Because it's like, they not responding to nobody, and then they responding to certain things.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to follow a lot of celebrities. Like, I follow very few. It's less right now. I mean, I think I'm down to basically Chuck D, Ice-T, and Kenny Anderson.
I can't think of any that I follow.
You know, I follow Chuck because
Yeah,
You
I
know,
like Chuck.
his shit is real. You know, Ice-T, he don't give a fuck what you got to say. He gonna tell you what he thinking and then fuck you. And Kenny Anderson, simply because, you know, I'm gonna support the brother. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The rest of them, I done dropped them, man.
Wow. That's crazy that black people was defending this dude, man.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
why I
Yeah, he
have.
was a good president.
Oh
I'm like,
my
what under
God.
what
That's why I
metric
got
are
my
you measuring
certain
that?
I got my certain friends on Facebook, and I keep it like that. I don't want my
Yeah.
shit going public or nothing because, like you said, Chandler, you gotta log off because you'll end up snapping. You be like, damn, was it really worth it?
Right.
I
Right.
got other things to do with my life, man. I ain't got time to be dealing with people who got mental issues.
Yo, I got
It,
a dude who's on my page. I'm about to block him because he thinks he's smart and he's really ignorant. Ignorant is
Well,
thou.
I'm a quicker draw than you are.
Yeah, he told me
With me, it ain't no about to. Your motherfucking ass is gone.
he said he was offended that um I'm not supporting Hillary Clinton. And and then he goes on his page and he was talking about me. He was like, yo, these people who are hoteppers and all. I'm like, dude, what has Hillary Clinton done for our community? What has she done for women? Nothing. Stop it.
Let me, you know what? This is what pisses me off about us, our people. The word hotep is an Egyptian word for peace.
Right.
Yep. And that's
And
who I am.
somehow
A
these
person about
ignorant
peace.
motherfuckers have turned it into a pejorative.
Yep.
you want to know where it came
Yeah.
from? It came from young black people at colleges, specifically um, the black feminists who came up with this term "hotepper" and trying to use it against you, basically try to talk down to you like you a bum. That's where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this because I just know young people and I hang around people my age, a little older, and I just pay attention to a lot of things. And
Mm-hmm.
the same thing that came out of that was the stupid cultural appropriation thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this is where that stuff coming from.
And don't leave out the MGTOWs either.
Yeah, well the
'Cause it came
MGTOWs
from them
come,
too.
yeah, it comes from like old, crybaby white men who, they woman divorced them for 50 million and. But it's like you the reason why this is going on. So
Right.
why you complaining?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we should be the ones that's pissed off.
And then I asked the dude, I'm like, so you did what you did every year. You voted Democrat and you voted for Hillary again, you stupid motherfucker.
Nigga, I ain't having no conversation. Listen, when I find out that you are diametrically opposed to what I'm about, I block your ass. Because you're never going to be a part of my life anyway. I'm not going to be a part of yours. So what the fuck we interacting with each other for? Bye.
Yeah.
I don't have time. My circle is so fucking small right now, man. I done blocked so many people over this past year. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I don't just block. I'm not a sensitive dude. I don't get emotional and I don't get offended. What I do is I wanted to know, are we on the same page? Like, are we in the same universe? Because if we not, bye. What am I talking to you for?
Yo, Holla blocked some chick. And she on Collar page. Told me he blocked me. She want to be a fan. She a fan.
Yeah, I block. Listen, man. When you show me that you the type of person that I do not want to share no existence with, goodbye. I don't want to fucking deal with you.
Yo, the funniest block was the dude who he got triggered off of somebody else's page because he was trolling, and he called me from Japan. Yo, yeah, they putting gay shit up. I'm like, why are you calling me from Japan, you clown?
Oh God! Don't get me started.
I just don't get how we continually scream about people appropriating our culture. We continually scream about people doing this to our culture, and we take our own culture, twist it, bastardize it, and use it against each other without even bothering to find out the origin. Here's a thought. Look up the word that you're using before you use it. It's not hard. It's not hard to figure out how to pronounce a word. It's not hard to figure out how to spell a word, and it's not hard to figure out what a word actually means. It's not that difficult.
They don't care, Chandler. It's not like they're ignorant. They know what they're doing. They know what the word means, and they know exactly what they're doing when they use it. They're trying to denigrate it.
Yep, and denigrate that, the person.
They don't even know what culture is.
Yeah.
They don't even know.
Or the person that you are.
It's sad because it is. It's because I kept hearing that and I'm like, hold it. I said, don't you mean peace? I mean, I learned that when I was like 10 years old.
You never hear me use it in a pejorative.
No.
Right.
I don't ever use it. First of all, there's a lot of these terms that I just don't use because what people is doing is they parroting these black talking heads.
Yep.
The same people that I don't fuck with. So why would I be using their terminology? You never hear me using what are some of the things that they say? Negro bed wenches. Do you ever hear me use that?
Yep.
Does that come out of my mouth?
You know why that's their favorite, Holla? Because they secretly want a white woman. You need to stop fronting. They want to mix too.
I mean, I can't. I'm very good at blocking out bullshit. So a lot of it I don't remember. But whatever those terms are that people be using, I don't use them.
Right.
Because first of all, I don't even respect the people that use them.
Negro peeing is my favorite.
Unbelievable.
All of these terms that these people be using coming from these clowns who their main job is to tell you how fucked up black people is. Give me money so I can give you more episodes about how fucked up black people is. Like, what? That's your purpose?
You mean the Tariq Nasheeds of the world?
Whatever. I don't even call them by name because we don't. Do we have to? Who's ever doing that?
Yeah. I'm not giving them no pub.
Yeah,
I don't
whoever
want
is doing
I don't want anybody to go because I block that dude real quick. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm finding is if you retweet, see, my thing now is if you retweet somebody I know is a moron and you liking and retweeting that shit, I'm blocking you too. I'm not even saying nothing to you. I'm blocking
you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blocking you by association. Okay.
Hey, I do the same thing because it's like at first I'm like, man, I shouldn't be like that. But now I'm like, man, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Don't feel no way about it.
You know,
feel no way about it. If
you don't know by now, then that's on you.
Like I told Mark before on a dudes was getting mad at me because I wasn't sufficiently anti-homosexual for them.
What?
I'm like, nigga, you're spending way too much time. This seems to be like an issue with you, and I'm really starting to look at you sideways.
Yeah.
But you dedicating a lot of mental energy to something that you claim you hate.
No, that's what they into. That's what they
Things
want.
that I hate, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about them.
Right.
I had to get rid of those people too, man. I don't want to hear nobody giving a lecture about gay this and gay that. Man, miss me with that, man.
Or race mixing.
I don't need to. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you need to stop telling people who they can have sex with, who they can't have sex with. But at the same time, if you go over there on that side, don't come back over here.
Thank you. You just summed up my philosophy.
Right.
Because my thing is, if I'm not
Serena Williams, don't come back over here.
You come, I ain't got no say over how you get your nut.
Right.
So that's not even my discussion. Anybody can deal with whoever they want to fucking deal with. My only problem is keep the shit consistent.
Right. And then
don't surround yourself with the opposite race, and then all of a sudden, when that same race turns on you, now you want to talk about, well, hey, where's all the black men to defend me? The same place they was when you was fucking that white boy. Stop being a hypocrite.
My thing has always been this. People fall in love with who they fall in love with. We all know love don't see nothing but love. So if that's who you fell in love with, I ain't got a problem with it.
Yep.
Right.
But if you, because I go back to Charles Barkley, and he's dating white women and doing all this nonsense. But the minute they came for him, they're against me because I'm black.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You can't have it both ways, bro.
No, that's my biggest problem, Chandler. That's my biggest problem is these hypocritical motherfuckers. Walk the walk. Like when Serena Williams was getting called all kinds of crazy shit and whatever, she should have had her man out there defending her. Don't come asking black men to defend you.
And they, what's funny? They never defend them. Whether if it's a black woman with a white man, he don't say nothing, or if it's a black man with a white woman, they don't say nothing.
Right.
I'd be like, wow, but don't come back over here.
Then they want us to be black nationalists for them when they get their ass in the ring with the white man.
There's another thing what I hate with black people. If you go over there, I'm fine with it. Stop lying to me, to yourself and everybody, talking about you grew up with white people. You did not grow up with white people. You went to school to where it was about 70% white and whatever percent, 40% black or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The white people that you hang out with don't come to your house. They don't know your parents, and your parents don't know their parents. So technically, you never grew up with white people. So stop with that bullshit, man. I get tired of people saying that
shit. Just can't be honest and just tell people what you like. If that's your shit and you like white girls or white boys, just say that.
That's it.
That's what gets you off. That's what you like. Mm-hmm. What's the problem?
Exactly. What you like is what you like. And that's where that's like you said. I don't look. I'll be an ally to the LGBT community simply because I get tired of people trying to tell people who they can sleep with. Why are you worried about it?
It's none of your fucking business, man. I know one thing. When I'm doing my thing, I'm not thinking about nobody else.
And you know what's funny? Most of the people, especially men, who love to scream about homosexuality is a sin and this and that and this and that and this and that, almost 99% of the time, we find out that they have some secret male lover somewhere.
Yep.
Or they on a DL.
You ain't fooling me, nigga. I know exactly who you are. I see you. I see you. When you see, people don't realize you reveal a lot about yourself when you do certain things. Like take for instance, somebody in the conscious community decided that they was going to put in their lecture how evil homosexuality is. So guess what they did? They went out and they got pictures of black men engaged in homosexual act. Now, how did you get those pictures?
You had to do your research.
I'm guessing you don't have no researchers doing it for you. You're doing it for yourself. So you scanning the internet looking for homosexual content, yet you telling everybody how evil homosexuality is. Really, nigga? And you think you fooling somebody?
He went to his bookmark website. Okay, his own bookmark websites.
He said it's bookmark.
Yeah. Bookmark the site so you can get back to it quickly.
Hell no. Bookmark.
But you not homosexual though. That's that evil shit that those other motherfuckers be doing. You just letting us know so you can be you're like a warning for us. You just letting us know this is the stuff y'all can't be fucking. Yeah, nigga. What you think? We stupid?
Yo, it's a dude. I'm gonna have to block him because that's all he posts on his page. And it's
I tell you one thing, y'all.
I'm about to block that dude.
If you come and they raid my hard drive, you know what you're gonna see on it? Ass. I'm giving y'all I'm giving y'all a spoiler. That's what you're gonna see.
Of course. Big booties.
Right.
Big lips.
Exactly.
Big titties, That's what you're gonna see.
Round ones.
And they were like, man, well, why did you have this? Because I like looking at it. Is that a problem? Did I offend anybody?
No, he's asking why'd you hide it because he wanted to see it.
Yo, a couple years ago, some girl said, I did not know my friend Mark, who's you're like that. because I think I posted a picture of somebody who was curvy, a sister. I'm like, chick, you must not be here. You must not know me.
It's I don't know. It's the level, like you just said, the level of just stupidity and ignorance and duplicity is it's off the charts. Or maybe it's because of social media. Now you just see it more, because it's probably always there, but people, it's just more exposed now when you get to see more and more just how damn awful people are. I tell people all the time, I'm a people person, but I hate people because people are stupid. An individual person, I like individual persons. People as a whole, I can't stand.
I can't either. Oh man, can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't, and I'll be, person gonna ask me like, man, what's wrong with you? And I just say to myself, well, I said to that person, I'm like, well, I'm trying to, just be cool with people, but it bothers me when I see that people want to be stupid, man.
A lot of people aren't analytical or objective.
Yeah, it's like, cause I'll be like, now why did you just do that? Like, what was your purpose of doing that? Like, now you didn't mess everything up.
Yeah. It's willful ignorance. It's willful ignorance.
Say, you know what? I'm gonna let you stay there. I'm not, cause especially when I try to tell them something, and they just blow it off. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah,
don't talk to me no more.
I was in a group on Facebook, and I had to lead a group. They just was stupid. They were talking about black people keeping it real, and nobody in that group was keeping it real. They kept talking about interracial relationships, and I was like, yo, do some research, because it's really not that deep. When black men get married, most of the time they marry black women 80% of the time. And when black women get married, they marry black men 84% of the time. So how much swirling is really going on?
It's really not that much, man. Like I said before, a lot of black people in America just want white privilege. That's all that is, man.
Right.
And you know what? Hey, do what y'all want to do. I just want to know, is it working? Because it looks like y'all failing to me, because y'all still complaining. But y'all got all the good jobs, doing all the ass kissing, but you still complaining. Look at Don Lemon. Why he complaining? Why he even saying anything?
Yeah, you got a good job.
I'm not even talking about his personal life.
Right.
But why you complaining?
Yeah.
I told y'all a long time ago that this is real simple why this stuff is happening. It's like, I compare it to like getting up out of bed in the morning. If you keep talking about getting up out of bed in the morning and talking about how you're going to do it and talking about it, but you never actually get your ass up out of the bed, then what are you doing? You're stalling. And you're coming up with shit to talk about so that you can prevent doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing, which is getting up out of the bed. And that's what black folks are. Black folks keep talking about this and talk, but we already know what the solution is. We already know what you have to do, but you ain't going to do it.
No.
So if you're not going to do it, then the only other thing you can do is bring up a bunch of useless topics to talk about to distract from the fact that you're not doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. That's all that's going on. So instead of us worried, like if we was really serious, majority of the content that we hear would be solution oriented content, but it's not. Right. It's complaining oriented content. Because it's a lot easier to complain than to actually do something.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's funny how, because one of the PTSD groups I go to, we had this discussion because we had quite a few people in there that love to deflect. Like somebody will be talking about something that, you know, is bringing up some issues and some feelings. And somebody out of the blue would be like, hey, man, y'all know Burger King got their 4 for $4? You're like, yo, what the fuck that got to do with what the fuck we was just talking about? You know, and, you know, we had a discussion to like try to, you know, let some people know, listen, stop doing that shit. First of all, somebody's talking about some shit that's real and you fucking it up. Secondly, the only reason you doing it is because you starting to feel some shit and you don't want to deal with the shit you feeling, so you bring up some bullshit to derail the conversation.
Exactly.
And that's really what they do, you know, because that phrase, I'm gonna keep it real. Every time somebody says that to me, I automatically know the next sentence out their mouth is bullshit. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yeah, okay, this is about to be some bullshit.
Yep. And you're right 100% of the time. Because that's what it is, man. It's like, that's why I'm really like, it's only but a couple of people that I even interact with, and you guys are in that circle of people that I interact with. It's not a lot. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be engaged in bullshit. 9 times out of 10. People ain't serious. People ain't trying to change nothing. What people is looking for is somebody to co-sign their bullshit so they can feel comfortable with it. That's all. 9 times out of 10. It's like that. Remember that video I did a long time ago, Marco? Do you believe in God? It's like when people ask you that question, it's not about you and your beliefs. It's about them.
Yeah.
If you say you believe in God, then I can go, whoo, man, somebody else believe this shit too.
You know what? A friend of mine in London, we got into an argument over the phone one day because we were talking about how the whole, I don't even know how we got on it, but it was about when people tell you smile, it's not that bad. And I told her, I said, that offends me when people do that. And she's like, why? I said, because they're not asking me to smile because they want me to feel better. They want me to smile so they can feel better.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't tell, you don't have the right to tell smiles to smile because you think they feel bad, because really what you're saying is their feelings don't matter. You need them to smile so you can feel better. Cut that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's really what that shit comes down to. Motherfuckers want you to do shit so they can feel better. They don't give a fuck how you feel.
It's the audacity of people, man.
Yo, remember 9/11?
Yeah.
When 9/11 happened and you heard people talking about 9/11, what were most people saying? What was their big issue about now? Oh, wow, I was almost there. Yeah. That could have been me. That's all they was concerned about. Fuck the people falling out the goddamn building. That person falling out that building, they could give 2 shits about. The only thing they're thinking about is, damn, that could have been me.
That's crazy to even say that shit.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's like nobody gives a fuck. All they care about is if it don't personally affect them, they don't give a shit about that. Why you think some white people legitimately don't feel that black people experience racism? Why? Because they don't. Like, empathy is out the window. There's no such thing as empathy in today's world.
No, it's not.
I'm surprised it's not removed from the dictionary yet.
No.
People don't feel empathy. They don't feel empathy for what you going through. The only thing they care about is what they're going through or what they could have potentially gone through. If something could have potentially hurt them, then they get their radar go like, oh, snap, this is a problem.
Yeah. Or how what you went through impacts their life.
Right. Like, that's what that comedian Godfrey said, that when he's on stage and he's talking about things that affect him and white people feel uncomfortable, he's like, well, fuck you. How am I gonna stop talking about something that happened to me that's making you feel uncomfortable? What kind of bullshit is that?
Yep.
Right.
But that's how it is. It's like, I always tell, like, one of the things that I always say about people who say, well, I have white friends. And you may have white friends, but I want to ask you a question. Are you yourself around these white friends, or do you have to be a certain way in order for you to be friends with these white friends?
They can't even answer that.
Sure.
And on top of that, ask how many black friends do they white friend have? Because 9 times out of 10, it's only that person. That's why, man. Go ahead, Charlie. My bad.
I got one white friend. This guy was stationed with. Okay,
that makes sense.
This was a dude that I would have brought back to Brooklyn with me. And we'd have gotten into some fights because he just could not shut the hell up. He was one of them, you know what I'm saying? he was just one of them dudes where you're like, yo, you coming home with me, and I know we're gonna wind up getting in a fight because you're gonna be talking shit the whole time. Outside that, he's about the only white person I could ever say who's truly my friend. You know what I'm saying? So I understand.
You were yourself.
Right.
He accepted you for you.
Yep.
Then you can say, yeah, that's a friend. But if you got to change who you are and curb the truth just so you can be friends, then that you ain't got no white friend.
Nope.
Yo. Hey, y'all seen that video when it was one white dude and a bunch of white. No, it was one black dude, a bunch of white people. They all sing a song, and you hear nigga this, nigga that, nigga that. He just sitting there shaking his head, and I'm saying to myself, that's what happens, and you deserve that shit because you allowed them to play that song and rap the lyrics out loud in front of you, and they laughing and looking at him. So that's why
that's a friend.
Yeah, and then some black people think they better than other black people because they have white friends or hang around white people. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. You know what? Just do what you do. I don't even care. Think you better than me because you got some white friends. Hey,
you know what I always say, Dom, to people that think that I'm better, than them? I say I am.
Yep.
Now what?
Yeah. Like,
it takes the wind out of their sails. So everybody automatically assumes that you're gonna back up or be ashamed or whatever. No, nigga, I'm whatever you think I am.
Yeah. Or when you talking about, the things that be going on in this world, and then a black person want to jump up and say, I got white friends, but who asked you? You're not even talking about having white friends. What the hell are you even talking about? And again,
you mean the white defender? They defend white people when they're not even present.
And they think they better than you because they got some white friends. Man, get out of here with that stuff, man. But we gonna, I ain't worried about them. Just worry about the people that want to see us do better.
Yeah, that's it, man. My circle is getting real small, man. Really small.
No,
I don't talk about the stuff that you'll hear me talking about online in my personal life and just in general. You rarely hear me speaking about it until I get around people that I'm close to. They can understand where I'm coming from. I'm not getting into no debates and battles with Negroes or white people or anybody else.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth my time, man. I have a limited amount of energy.
It's a waste of time.
And I want to enjoy my life.
That's it. And that's, it took me a while to even realize that sometimes, it just is, I don't want to waste my energy today,
Pick your battles.
And that's a hard place to get to because it's so easy to feed in to the nonsense. And before you know it, you in a full-blown rage, and now you're exhausted, you're in pain and all that, because all of the after effects, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
Yup.
Yeah.
I got into one of my friends. This was months ago. Because, he gets on the internet and impose his Israelite views on stuff because he a Hebrew Israelite. All right, that's cool. But my thing with him was that he tried to come to my page and try to tell me some shit. And I had to say, where was you at in 2009 and 10 while I was talking about this stuff? And you looked at me like I was crazy. Now you act like you put me onto something new. Show me some respect, man. Because you really running with my shit. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. Because I just can't. I'm not being disrespectful, but I just can't mess with that shit. That shit's so elementary to me. And I even try to tell him, like, look, bro. You talking about science is the white man and it's made up. Bro, and I told him, I was like, I love you, And I know that you smart, but leave that shit alone. Because you should not be saying science is the white man and it's fake. Because I had asked him, I said, well, how did your daughter, who delivered your daughter? Did you take your daughter to the hospital? Well, you know, your wife to the hospital so she can deliver your baby? He can't answer that stuff, you know?
Does
So I
he have
said,
a cell phone?
yeah, I was bringing up good points. I'm like, look, if your daughter gets sick, is your daughter going to take medicine? Or you just going to let her stay sick and then potentially die? So don't say that science is the white man's creation, because it's really not. Stop putting the white man on everything that goes on in this world.
Science is universal.
Yeah, I just hate when black people do that, man. Oh, that's the white man. Come on, man. For real. Even if they did made it up, it's saving lives.
Well,
So
how
stop
could
with the
they make?
bullshit.
And I'm sorry, how were the pyramids built? Who built the pyramids?
Man, I just
How did they come up with papyrus?
man, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
so I don't even understand that whole thought process, because to this day, with all the computer power that they have at their disposal, they still can't figure out how the pyramids were built.
Man,
Right.
they can't figure out a lot of stuff.
They can't come up with a mathematical model that makes sense for, with the tools of the time, how they got those blocks. They are so symmetrical. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's almost mathematically impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So then, how would that be white, since that's Egypt, which is Africa, which means it was black people? Miss me with all of that.
just like Olive, Mark, what's the question you ask people on your page in regards to who would you rather have defend you in a court of law? You remember that?
No. What was that?
You had asked a question on your page on Facebook in regards to who would you gave a list. Who would you rather have defend you in a court of law?
I do not remember that.
I think I remember that because I think you had put like a white person, a gay person, and something like that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you talking about the Are you are you something? Or are you a dumbass?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about like I made up a scenario if you was in court and a witness was brought forward in your defense, like you was up for murder or something like that. And the witness, it wasn't a lawyer. I was saying if the witness was an effeminate gay man, would you ask for his testimony to be stricken from the record?
No, if it's gonna save my ass, he gonna speak.
How many people said yeah?
I think the guy that Mark blocked.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people that didn't want the the effeminate man to save his life.
That is
I
crazy.
said, wow.
Boy, your priorities is out of whack. Because my thing is, I don't give a shit if this nigga can say that I was not there. What the hell does it matter what he's doing in his personal life? How does that affect his eyes?
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid going to jail. All that other stuff don't mean shit to me. But that's what an intelligent person would say. Somebody who's a fucking dumbass would say the exact opposite.
Nah, son, I'm keeping it real, yo. I ain't down with that shit, son.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go there, yo. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a man. Okay.
Always talking about what they would have done in the situation. You don't know because you're not even in that situation.
Right.
And if you was in that situation, you would have been, look, dude, man, help me out. I know you can save my life. You ain't about to be like, nah, dude, you effeminate. Man, come on, man. These people
I remember now.
Man.
Now I remember, Mark. The other one I asked was, let's say you had a guy who was an engineer, who was the top engineer in the world and can build, who was an expert in building bridges, and he had an opportunity to build you the most technologically advanced bridge in the world.
For the black community.
For your black nation, yeah. But he's involved in an interracial relationship.
And?
So do you hire him and let him build? And if you hire him and he builds it, you'll have the best built bridge in the world. Or do you get rid of him and get somebody who's with a black woman who ain't half as good as he is?
That's simple.
Yeah, well, it's simple if you have sense.
I think you blocked a few people off of that one.
Yeah, of course, because those are my weeding out questions. I want to know who I'm dealing with.
Man, look.
Are you uncompromising or are you a dumbass? That was the premise.
You're a super dumbass.
And my position is that most people are not uncompromising. Most people are full of shit. So stop it. Stop trying to act like you super blackity black man. Stop it.
Because I'm
you
black.
Compromise. We here in America, we compromise every day. So stop judging people.
Right.
I'm blackity black, blacker than black.
I didn't even realize my camera was on. Y'all been looking at me the whole time. I looked at my phone.
But you got a hard hat on there?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got the vest on and everything.
I work at the rail yard.
You on the phone, so I don't know how that works. But on the thing, like at the top, you can turn the camera off and it just goes to your logo.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
You know, I'm good though. See, I'm at work. It don't matter.
Actually, damn, it's midnight. We went an hour over. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, man.
Well, we don't have no time frame on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the beauty of YouTube, man. And you can cut it up and do whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, what was it that you was going to talk about?
Oh, it was the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh,
it was sports related.
BK.
Are
they seriously tanking to get a good draft pick?
Listen, they have players, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They have a bunch of talented players on that team throughout that roster.
Yeah.
But they still suck.
I think it's the coach. I think Kenny Atkinson is a good guy to like set a foundation, but he is terrible at game management. I think they need a coach to take them to the next step. I don't think he can take them to the next level. I don't think he can take them to the next level.
Right.
Yeah,
because they hard. Go ahead.
When I look at them play, I'm like, all this talent. Like, why y'all losing games?
Yeah.
And they losing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, even though Karis LeVert is out, but that shouldn't like damage the whole team.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they tripping over here. And another thing too, since we back on basketball, me personally, I think Luke Walton got to go. And I don't understand, man. Maybe I'm expecting too much from the Lakers, but he got to go. All that talent on your team, he's not doing nothing with it.
Yeah, he don't know how to blend the old and the new. But they went on a little run, so they above 500. They
15-9 now.
15-9.
Okay, well, I just got an issue on him not playing, not giving Lance more minutes, and he's not even playing Beasley.
Yeah, but Beasley's a dumbass.
He is. He's a.
Well, you know what? He's not gonna play there because LeBron and Kuzma play the minutes that they play his position. So they play small forward and power forward. So there's no minutes for him.
No, and his game is like Carmelo's. He's not really a 3-point shooter. He's a low post guy. He's a volume scorer. Yeah. He doesn't fit what they
athletic.
do. Yeah, he don't really fit what they do. I don't know why they even signed him, to be quite honest with you, because he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. That's why I don't understand why some teams sign certain players when you like the Nets got Kenneth Faried. You knew damn well you weren't going to use Kenneth Faried. Why did you bring him there?
I forgot he was even over there, man.
Yeah, especially after you brought what's the guy that was in Atlanta that was on Toronto for a minute? Carroll. You got Carroll. You got the other dude
Right,
from Portland.
right,
The other
right.
dude from the West Coast team who's a center power forward.
Ed Davis. They got Ed Davis.
Yeah, you got
Right,
Ed
right.
Davis. Then you got what's the young guy with the afro?
Jared Allen.
Jared
You got
Allen.
Jared Allen. Then you got Rondé. You got too many power forwards, small forwards. He ain't gonna play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It made no sense to even bring him in there, and you knew you weren't gonna play him. You know, let him go
Yeah.
some because they ruining guys' careers doing that shit.
Right. And then I like Spencer Dinwiddie because he plays hard because he wants a longer term contract. And I think if you give him the money, he's still gonna play hard. He's just that type of player.
Right.
Yeah. Spencer hoop. I was just about to bring his name up. He be hooping, man.
You
Sometimes I be wanting him to start some games,
right.
you know.
Why'd you lost Alan Crabb when you tried to give him ridiculous money and he got it from Portland, and then you bring him over here and he's a bum.
Yeah, he a bum. Bumming it out. Being a bum.
He's Courtney Lee 2.0.
Man,
Yo.
listen. Oh, it's ridiculous. I don't get it. But between the Nets, the Suns, and the Bulls, those three teams, they all need new coaches because they are totally
Underachieving.
mismanaging that talent.
Right.
Yeah, we just got rid of Hoiberg finally.
Yeah, we talked about that the previous show. I know you glad, Dom. Hello?
No,
He went mute.
Yeah,
He
hold
went
on.
Oh,
mute.
okay. Yeah, Hoiberg needed to go. Phoenix sign that European coach.
Yeah, which makes no sense. Somebody was talking about that on Twitter, and I told him, I said, you can't build a winning foundation by losing. They
Right.
have a bunch of guys who know how to lose. They don't have anybody who knows how to win. Look, Devin Booker scored 62 points in the game. Okay, that's great, but Devin Booker don't know shit about winning.
And you got a bunch of young guys with him, younger than him.
You see, him and DeAndre Ayton is already getting into it because DeAndre Ayton coming there, he want to win.
Oh, so that's why they get into it with each other, because they want to win. Okay.
Well, Booker's all about. Listen, Booker's all about Devin Booker. He's I'm not a fan of Devin Booker because I don't think
As
he's a
you
winning
can see,
player.
I kind of saw that once. He had his little good rookie year and then played. This is third year, right? Yeah, this is third year.
Third or fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who he
And
reminds me of? Not that
Who?
they play alike. His personality on the court, he reminds me of Gilbert Arenas. He gonna score in bunches. He gonna make the ooh plays, but you ain't really gonna win.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that too, man.
Yeah.
His career is over with though, but Gilbert,
Right.
he was the truth in my opinion.
He was.
He came back and he was torching everybody. He torched Kobe, the whole Phoenix Suns. I said, man, this dude he really mad that they ain't pick him on the U.S. team. He was not playing.
His whole career, he was upset that they didn't pick him in the first round. So,
And then the Bulls, we had our battles with the Wizards. Good games, playoff series that we had with them.
Yeah, they got to blow that Wizards team up. They got to blow that team up. That's just a team full of selfish damn basketball players.
And
every single guy on that
GM.
team is just a selfish ass.
Yep.
And the coach, hello?
Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah, and the coach is not a good coach.
Nope. No, but it's like we said before. every organization is not about winning. They're about filling the seats.
Yep.
You know, especially in Phoenix. Phoenix, they don't give a damn if they win as long as they play exciting basketball and people keep coming. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah, and they got a nice the fans love Phoenix. They the only team out there, right?
Oh no, you got the Suns, you got the Diamondbacks, you got the Coyotes, and you got the Cardinals.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. I forget.
Oh, y'all, my headset is getting ready to die.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll let y'all later.
All right, Mark, I had texted you and left you a voice message. Holla at me tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, man.
Peace.
Yeah, freaking. I don't understand. Chicago got nice. They got a nice foundation talent. They should be at least a 7th or 8th seed.
Yep.
And playing above 500.
Yeah.
With that roster.
They should. It doesn't make sense. Because when we talked about them before the season started, we thought they'd be way better than they are.
Yeah.
And
Hoiberg just proved he couldn't coach.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't understand. In Brooklyn, I don't know. They just I see all of the players they have. I'm like, yo, y'all should be at this point. Y'all should be better than you are.
They should. I'm telling you, I think Kenny Atkinson's got to go. I know one thing. He blow another 20-point lead. I think Kenny Atkinson that's going to get fired.
Hey,
right.
What's his name? What's that? Houston. I didn't even know they not even in the. I think they like in the AFC right now.
No, they're not even in the playoffs right now.
Oh my God.
And I'm so glad.
Yes. Now you got Eric Gordon's complaining now. I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for D'Antoni to start talking about either through the media or publicly something's gonna happen between either him and Harden or him and Chris Paul. And he's probably gonna leave or get fired.
I'm starting not to like James Harden, man. It irks my nerves. This dude got all this talent and he just don't give a damn. He don't. I don't see him trying to fire up his team. Like, come on, team, let's go. He turned the ball over. He want to look at you like you retarded. I don't understand. I don't understand this dude, man. And I just when they fired Kevin McHale, I said, what the hell is they doing?
They didn't get along.
Yep.
And the GM and the owner went with Harden.
And he made Harden play D.
Yep.
Yeah. Held him accountable.
You know what? And see, Harden is the one who trashed Dwight Howard's reputation. Might not have been Dwight Howard that was the problem, huh?
I agree with you because I didn't see Dwight Howard being an issue. He just got injured, having back problems. But other than that, I didn't see him being an issue in Houston at all.
Right.
But if they get rid of D'Antoni, good. But somebody got to talk to James Harden, or just let James Harden just take all that $200 million and stop talking about the Rockets.
Listen, he got paid already. He got a big sneaker contract. He already got big money, and he's supposed to get another big contract, right?
Yeah, he'll get at least one more.
Y'all see the play where DeRozan drove past him and his back is turned and he just swung at the ball and it went out of bounds? I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that was funny.
Telling you, man, this is going to be an interesting year because by the All-Star break, I can see Houston trading half that damn team.
For what? What are they going to get back?
Well, listen, you could get back something for Eric Gordon. And Chris
I
Paul
don't
might go.
I don't really like Eric Gordon. Him and Eric Bledsoe is like the same. I just don't like them.
I don't either,
Like
but
they
you
the
can get
same
something for him.
dudes.
Oh, and you don't think you can get something for Chris Paul?
Right. I think I
Like,
heard a rumor the Knicks might try to get uh one of the Erics, the one in Milwaukee.
oh, I hope not. Eric Bledsoe. Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the rumor.
Yeah,
That's one of the rumors.
Eric Bledsoe's poison. He's poison in the locker room. Dude's poison. No, you know who? You know who I see getting Chris Paul, right?
Who?
Lakers.
Lakers? But then they would you get rid of Rondo?
Absolutely. Rondo and Lonzo Ball.
Damn, the Banana Boat crew gonna play together because Carmelo gonna be there too.
Because I could see Magic doing that.
I'm not Chris Paul is good, but I'm not a big Chris Paul fan. There's something
Neither
about
am I.
him.
I think he's overrated. Personally, I
Yeah,
think he's overrated. Always have. I've never liked Chris Paul. You know, people, oh, Chris Paul, the Hall. See, like, for me, Chris Paul's not even a Hall of Fame point guard. Now, I know he's going to get in the Hall of Fame, but
probably.
I wouldn't put him in there.
Just like dudes was raving about Deron Williams. I'm like, don't see it, man. When he was coming from Utah, coming to the Nets,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what y'all see in this dude, but see how his career just
Because he was great in that system. He wasn't good
right,
anywhere else.
right, and then he didn't like that coach, and he, you know,
Mhm. And it
then
turns out that coach was the best thing to happen in his damn
right,
career with Jerry Sloan.
right, and then he didn't like Avery Johnson, and Avery Johnson got a lot out of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with you, Deron?
He was one of those cats. He's one of those cats that just like to complain, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He should still be in the league because he really ain't. He's not that old.
Yeah, but you know how it goes. He's not a guy you want to bring in as a veteran mentoring point guard because that's just not going to work with him. Because I honestly don't think he knew enough. I don't think his basketball IQ was that high, personally.
Damn.
But you know what, man? I think I'm going to bow out too.
All right, brothers. It's good to hear y'all. This was a good one. And catch y'all Monday.
Yeah, I'll talk to y'all Monday.
All right.
I won.
Peace. Be safe,
All right.
Dom.
All right, I got a few more hours, so I'm good.
All right.
All
All right,
right.
brother.
All right,
Peace.
one.